Actually, put this alarm.
Hey, hey, welcome to the bite zone. Neon dreams and pixels you call home. Ghosts and quests, MMOs to go. RPG hearts in a retro glow. It's retro Papa Bites next time. Lights go low, good vibes climb. Grab your gear and start with me. Let's game through mystery and fantasy. Hey, hey, welcome to the bite zone. Neon dreams and pixels you call home. Ghosts and quest, MMOs to go. RPG hearts in a retro glow. It's retro copper bites next time. Lights go low, good vibes climb. Grab your gear and start with me. Let's game through mystery and fantasy. And fantasy. Lights go low, good vibes climb. Grab your gear and start with me. Let's game through mystery and fantasy. And fantasy. And fantasy.
I don't know why, but it's
What got it? Why
good.
is A gotten
it's not
ad?
like it's not like you can't
I
understand
feel
it.
like what? Who?
Like
What
you're
magic?
missing like
Sorry.
something of that nature.
Hey guys, what is? Why is A gotten theme?
Good to hear your
What is
voice because it's been a while.
Am I missing something up here? I don't know. It's probably something my boyfriend has. I don't have that.
Stephanie just started her stream, so I need to open that.
I'm gonna give you a shout out.
Your stuff on Twitch and stuff around.
Oh yeah.
It sounds exactly the same.
There we go.
It's fine. I can hear you just fine. It's just
there we go.
It's not. It's just it's something I'm not used to.
You're
used to
very welcome.
Output,
So I'm confused. Why is Hey gotten add a redeem?
Oh.
I'm so confused what you mean there. Oh, you got an ad. Okay.
So I changed my Twitch channel name. Let me give you the updated. On a two. Me and Stephanie.
Oh, okay. I was like wondering. I added that, yeah, because sometimes I get
We already had this conversation.
Because sometimes streamers get involved in the stream and they forget they've got ads playing, like me. So another streamer friend of ours, Sage, he has it as one point.
Yeah.
So that let me know when you guys get ads. So I will pay attention. Well, normally we have alerts set up too, but I try to pay attention to chat as well. So that's why that's there for one, because I doubt people want to be anything higher. Oh crap. We don't want to continue here. We want to continue with. Which one did I want to go with? Broken Path? This should be the. Nope, that's not it. This game has. Oh, I'm sure a few people have used it to be funny on my channel I had before. So this game has multiple ending, multiple paths, multiple whatever. So that's why I have like multiple saves set up to multiple paths. I'm gonna. Yeah. And I use a walkthrough guide for everything. This is one of the reasons, because if I didn't have a walkthrough, I wouldn't have known this game had multiple sides to do certain things either. So we've been in Act 1 for a while.
I don't know if you heard about that. Do that. I'm going back to
You can just finish it with no consequences, yeah.
They actually took everything from.
Oh, and if you guys didn't know, Tiny Tina Wonderlands is free on Epic, the main game, not whatever else with it, on Epic till June 5th. So if you don't have it, I suggest picking it up because it is fun. I personally don't like Borderlands, but I do like that game. I mean, I do like shooting in some games. It's just like when it's all shooting. I mean, I guess it is all shooting in Tiny Tina One. I can't even say it right. Tiny Tina Wonderlands, but it's got like an RPG aspect to it. I love RPG games, but I like that it intertwines other things into it, like from other games and that. So it's really hard when people ask me to explain the game. It's like, was it like Borderlands? It's like, well, to me, it's not like Borderlands. Because I've tried to play Borderlands and I can't get into Borderlands. But I guess you're right. It does have like that D&D aspect to it. But in a more like, I guess not kid-friendly way. It's more cartoonish friendly kind of style way. Yes, the treasonable price. I will not buy it, sorry. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes.
Oh, we need to get you a computer where it's just yours, Lamb.
Gets more thicker. Kind of want you to know all that shit before.
I forgot my character. So just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Hold on. All right. You'll hear my boyfriend in the background when they're talking in game. I'll mute. But he's gonna be playing Dead Island 2, I guess, with our friend here. Which we got for free. The last free games. Yeah, I mentioned that to chat. Also, guys, if you look in panels, yeah, he bought it when we got it on sale for the Vengeful. Yeah. Where it gives a way to get into the world and get used to the mechanics and shit, which is nice. Yeah, maybe make it better to get into like Borderlands and all that. I did have Tales of Borderlands. I'd like to play that at some point. That looks interesting. But I do like the Telltale games.
I'm all good.
But yeah, we got my little guy there.
Somebody made the comment.
I'm going to say something else. Oh, and the panels I have where you can vote on genre I play for the day, for the week. Like Monday, we'll be playing like what, for example, well, I guess I can use Fridays for example. Friday is just we play horror games, spooky games. That's every Friday, spooky games. So you guys, we'll do a vote on
they'll pay the money and they're gonna like it.
Rest of the week. We'll see how many votes we get, and then we got up till the 14th of June, and then I'll tally the votes up, and then figure out what day is for what we'll do. But right now I've just been doing mostly point and clicks and sponsor streams, which is like only normally do that one stream, which is like what they want, like a 100, 3 minutes or about like 2 to 3 hours. I want you to do that, which I do it all in one stream. Let me mute that. No,
So far, this is a future update.
all right. So we are gonna go back here. I already know what to do. Pretty much. Dude, you walk too slow. Now I do have a YouTube, so I do YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So if you want to see the beginning of the stream, it is on our YouTube channel as Short and Retro, the same as the stream name. It didn't get saved on Twitch because music was muted, so I don't have the music in game on. Did I already cut this already? Yeah, it normally is. Oh, he might be still in the tutorial, I guess.
Yeah, he's.
So what do you stream, Magic? You probably have told me previously. My memory's bad with people already telling me previous stuff. Excuse me? I guess that's what you're playing, Lamb. You're playing some clan with Apple. Oh, Danny and Redbird coming back. I don't think that is very good that they put that in the air. Well, I'm sorry. Tell her you don't want to play that. Oh, oh yes, I love Final Fantasy. I want to do I want to stream some RPG games. Hey, welcome in. All right, we're gonna pause this a second. Excuse you, guys. Excuse you. I do like me RPG games, of course. That's all right. Like I said, you can watch on YouTube. Welcome in, Danny. But yes, I grew up on RPG games because my grandmother, that's what I grew up on, Earthbound and Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, and I like to get back to streaming RPGs, but I hardly get anybody watching RPG games. So we're doing point and click, which I like point and click too. Playing Code Vein as well, and when it's Liza P. I've heard of the Final Fantasy, not Code or Liza P game though. Okay, that's fine. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hope you sleep well though. But yes, I'd love to add RPG games to the rotation.
Kind of cool. It's really
They're both Souls. Okay. Wait, there's
it's
ad.
pretty cool. Let's see
Go
if
away.
there's
Also, ads are like 3 minutes, guys, and
That's
after
another
that, the
thing.
rest of the hour is supposed to be free, but the ads are being wonky. So if it adds in between there, I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah, it's supposed to be 3 minutes, and the rest of the hour is free. So, that's how we run our ads around here. Oh yes, I have. I played Dark Cloud 1 and Dark Cloud 2. I did. I finished 2 though. And like no, I think I finished 2. I can't remember if I finished 2. I finished 1. 1 was like because I did. Somebody asked me to do the tower in 1. That was the hardest, annoying part in Dark Cloud 1. But I did enjoy playing Dark Cloud.
Dark Age. Might even
My looking character. Yeah, Demon Shaft, was it? Was that Demon Shaft? I don't know. It was a freaking tall tower thing. I don't know. It was annoying. But the last boss was so, oh my gosh, so hard. It took me like a month to just get through all that because I ended up. Yeah, tower with 100 floors. Oh my god.
Good.
I was trying to farm like the towers properly, and after that, it's like, I am not doing this. Like, I'm not farming this properly. I'm just finding the way out and getting out of here.
Definitely.
Yeah, she's a lot of experience in line. Really? The Japanese release never had it? Yeah. Yeah, I think most of the games I do enjoy are JRPGs. It's funny because my cousin thought JRPGs meant junior RPGs. It's like, what? That's not what they mean.
It only becomes more graphic.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I talked over the yes. Did I do everything in Kingdom Hearts 1? No. Did I beat Kingdom Hearts 1? Yes. But did I complete it all? No. I played Kingdom Hearts 2. I did not play Kingdom Hearts 3 though. I had Kingdom Hearts as well for the Game Boy Advance. I had almost every single Final Fantasy game for console as well, except for the ones that you needed a subscription for. Yeah, Chain of Memories. The DS one? I don't think I had the DS one. But yeah, I was mostly RPG games and horror games. And then I haven't played the Kingdom Hearts 365 remix or whatever it was called. I know I'm talking over the NPC guys, sorry. You do, man. Yeah, you like it. But yes,
Oh.
I'm gonna pause the last ad.
Without
1848. 1848. 1848. Hmm. Yeah, I only played the Chain of Memories, first and second game. And I don't remember the second one that well. Because my sister did most of the playing in the second one. Because I rented all my games from Blockbuster. That there's hardly any, except for franchise Blockbusters. Oh yeah, don't need replica. The one on the DS, I don't know which one was on the DS. Yeah. I wish I had all the money in the world. I'd just buy all the games, buy all the. Well, I don't really. I say I don't like sports games that some people consider racing games sport games. Oops, Kingdom Hearts. Hearts games now, so you're going in for a story. Yeah, I heard I heard a lot of people didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3. Like my friend at work, he pretended he had the flu to play the game, and he said it was disappointing. So I didn't really like watch anybody play Kingdom Hearts 3. I heard a lot of people said the story was disappointing. Oh, I don't know.
Don't get a 59.
Dream Drop Distance?
They recommend.
What the heck is Dream Drop Distance? Yeah, Blockbusters and all those.
You're better off getting.
I mean, there are some like places still that exist. They're just family owned because Blockbusters did have franchise owned locations. A friend of mine still works at a Blockbuster with her family. And she's like, you'd be surprised how many older people still come in with their kids and like buy stuff or rent stuff. It's like, I can't believe they still give you stuff to rent. Like, oh my gosh. But I don't know. I can't imagine they have a lot of stuff, but is that the name of it, Lamb? Heartless is a concept of the way though. I just like that I mean other than being Squaresoft, Square Enix. I always love Square games. Oh, okay. 3DS. I wish I'm. Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. It's interesting that it has that kind of name. Talk to them first. Um, I like the Chrono series. I enjoy that. I was disappointed when Chrono Crystal wasn't part of the series. It's a different.
I had the good map finally.
different game altogether. But I guess because I thought Chrono Crystal, like it was like part of the Chrono series. It was on the GameCube, so I only could play it at my cousin's because my mom's like, GameCube is so expensive when I was younger. So. But my cousins were so cool because they had a GameCube and I didn't. We had like the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64. Oh, yeah. There's a ton of them. Yeah, yeah, like I said, if I had the money, like, I have to be a freaking millionaire. Yeah, you're gonna start getting ads soon. Most of it was goofing around in Disney Worlds. Oh, so probably that's why most people didn't like it, I guess. Alright, I'll be back with you guys when the ads are done. Here. If they start, I normally get a message saying they're starting. That is weird. It's gone already started for me. That is so weird. There we go. Oh man, my tooth hurts.
Oh, you did.
What is going on in here?
When I read that article, I'm so hard. You voted for it. That's you're bad. Oh yeah. Let me see. I don't think. Policy.
All right. You have a good one. Thanks for coming by. And enjoy your sleepy time. But yeah. We got 42 seconds until this stupidness is done. Did you just start playing or something?
Yeah.
Are you playing on GeForce or did you just fix it? Yeah, I found out Carla. I found out Carla, she's badass by herself because I replayed. solo. She can take like multiple hits before it even does health damage. Oh, welcome back, guys. But yeah, if you guys wanna gift games or anything, I suggest there's a few sites to check out. Like CD Keys, G2A, it's got a penguin on the website. It's like Kingit.net or something. Before you actually buy straight from the source, because sometimes you get better deals. If you want to donate toward like games for me to play, not saying you have to, because I do have a plethora of games already, just haven't got around to yet. I just may not have the one that you want me to play. Why is it 8 so? A viewer and streamer Click for Games bought me this game to play because they wanted me to play it. So, and it was expensive on Steam, but in their country it was way cheaper, so they bought it for me and gifted it. So. No, Transcended. Luminous? Illuminati? Like, maybe it's Illuminati. The early Illuminatis. Now you guys make me want to play RPG games now. Jeez, guys, thanks. You're so nice. You're so amazing. Darn it. Okay, so I'm going to not bother. Wait, actually, maybe I should. No. Oh, darn it. No, we'll go back there in a minute. I'm doing it. At least I got some viewers that actually want to see RPG games, which is good. Yeah, I think you. Well, I mean, yeah, you voted in the Discord one. I got that. Oh, yeah. Well, at least I know viewers like to see RPG stuff. The last couple of times I've streamed, I had like rarely anybody that wanted to see RPG games. So at least it's good to know that people in chat actually want to see it. Okay. But if you're expecting sport games, the most sport games I do is like racing games. Oh, Final Fantasy. I love Final. The Final Fantasy 8. What was Final Fantasy 8? I know what was. See, like I think between 7, 8, and 9, I can't remember who was who and what. 7 was Squall, I think. Okay, the one with Squall was 7. 8 was it the kid with the monkey tail? Squall's 8? Really? Oh no, not Squall's. No, 7 was what's his name? 9 is Monkey. The monkey tail. Cloud. Yeah, that's what I meant. I was confusing two people. So, yeah. Cloud is 7. I keep messing up. I don't know what the kid with the monkey tail is called because I didn't really play that one. Well, I did play it, but my dad kept shutting the machine off. The pretty boy. Did I play 10? I didn't. I have my friend gifted me on Steam 10 and 10-2 remake, I think. That's with the songstress and all that, I think, right? I keep forgetting who's on which game of what, so. I just know I played, like, majority of them. Titus and Yuna, yeah. Okay. I know I'm terrible. I should know people's names. I liked X2 a lot more because it was the girls in dress spheres and stuff. I think the one that I was having trouble with is the mascot spheres. I think that was the hardest one that I was working on the last time I played. I think that was the hard one to get, the mascot spheres. And I want to get, the ending 100% this. Yeah, I think I watched my friend do the whole 10-2% because you find out something about Titus or Titus or how you freaking say his name right. It's like I'm not gonna believe that's the real story. And she's like, but it's real. It's like I don't care. Like, no. If I think that's what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, because my friend gave me the remastered, so. So good. That'll be easier. Yeah, it's probably what I think it of is though. Whenever I get around to it. Yeah, my friend's like, you're not gonna like the ending. Like, I'm sure I'll be okay, and then, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna believe that's the real ending. You're not gonna make me believe it is. No.
The part where
Yeah. I don't know. And I don't. I like the Shadowheart series, but I definitely don't like the true ending for Shadowhearts. I will say that. But a lot of people say you can change the true ending for the first one. So I don't know. Oh yeah, I understand. I've been mad at games before with the endings. And it's very upsetting when they do your favorite characters like that. Did I change this already? Of course I didn't. I did it before on another.
I made a soundtrack.
Just major passionate about thing. Yes, it will. Shut up. What do you mean? Oh, duh. Two of the endings aren't bad. For which one? Okay, we don't need to turn that. Did I do that already? Wait. You know what? We're gonna do that too. Because I already know the code for that. And what, Shadow Hearts, or are you talking about the ending for 10-2? Because I know, like, well, that's good.
Oh, they just.
I like when games have multiple endings. Like, Shadow Hearts 2 has that. Where you can go back and change the ending of Shadow Hearts 1. Which, when did I stop playing Shadow Hearts? I think I stopped on Shadow Hearts 3 or whatever it's called. Alright, so... I only do it for completion's sake. Just say I did it. Payasos. Payasos. I already know the code though. But since I know the code, I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna do this. All right. Well, maybe you guys can figure it out since I couldn't figure out what the code was. It's a 4-number code. Good. One, two, three, four. It's not that. I can tell you that right now. Oh gosh. Machines they want you to play. Wow, so nice. Hmm. Is there an idiot? That's not the code for their luggage. No, I did not need to know that. I don't think we didn't need to know that. Why didn't you just whatever? See myself out of dumbs. Hey, baby. I don't remember them saying that in Spaceballs.
Hello? Hello?
We'll say hello to our other person there, Magic. Oh, you know what? We need to get this. Actually, let me look at it first. Did they? Do you remember them saying that in Spaceballs? Maybe. Well, whoever code it is, they aren't an idiot, and they're not the code for the luggage. I don't remember that. What? When did they say that in the movie? Do you remember? Oh. That doesn't help me. I don't know what scene they're opening luggage. I haven't seen that movie in a minute.
Match luggage.
Oh.
Where are you at?
Doing magnificent.
Almost the.
That an idiot putting his on his luggage.
Look at that.
Let's talk to him. Real quick. Well, more than real quick. I was talking about doing more Spaceball movies for the newer Star Wars, but haven't heard any more.
Apparently. I don't mean to laugh.
No, who wasn't a Star Wars or Trekkie fan back then? Yeah, I think that's probably why he's not, because a lot of people say it just would ruin, like, what we have. I mean, he is, like, pretty old anyway, isn't he? Like, in his 80s, I would say? Almost 90? Or in his 90s?
Mm.
Yeah. Because he's talking about making another Spaceballs for the newer ones.
Somebody's gonna take over for
98. Wow, yeah, he's
Mel
98.
Brooks is 98 years. I don't think he's
Because they were talking about,
98 years.
is he still, like, geez, he's still kicking.
Born in 19.
1926 he was born, jeez. Made some really good movies. Made some classics. Ethericity. I keep saying the freaking thing wrong. But I hope
Some kind of voice actor of a called Untitled Block. No, there's no Spaceballs.
yeah, they were talking about it. I think it was like last year.
Let's talk about somebody.
'98. That would be too much stress.
I mean, how are you gonna reboot Spaceballs and have it be better than the original?
Yeah.
Not gonna have,
Yeah, well,
Rick Moranis, gonna have Mel Brooks.
no.
Not gonna have John Kane. Not
No,
gonna have
no.
any of the cast.
No, they're all
There's
gone.
no way.
Yeah, they're all, well, actually one's still kicking,
They
but
still could make another. They could make another Spaceballs and it could be funny, but
it
they
just
could
it's
match up
it's
to that.
not gonna. Yeah, it just it wouldn't be, and the kids today wouldn't get it unless you like
Kids.
unless they grew up in the household where they
You
grew
can't
up on
say
the
all- you can't
classes.
say kids.
Unless they grew up on the
kids say they won't get
classics.
it.
Like Rose, for example,
good
she would get
parents.
it because she grew up
But they
watching
get it.
Spaceballs. I mean, she's still 15, but whatever. So she grew up on classic movies. Yeah, I wouldn't have the Schwartz. It used to have.
Schwartz rep.
They had
See,
the
George Schwartz, big as mine.
yeah. Because Mel Brooks was in it. Mel Brooks at 98. You imagine him
You guys
being
saw
there?
it? Man, we found shit.
Yeah, that meme.
Keep going in the desert. Assholes.
They ain't found shit. That used to be one of my alerts for when people
Yogurt.
Donated bits.
Love
We
that they
haven't
do that
found
recycle
shit.
lines, right?
And New Britannia. Yeah, I just wouldn't have a. I mean, I had other good ones, other good movies like Blazing Saddles. That one was a good one.
This is matched look.
Some other good ones. I don't think I've seen yet. I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. Robin Hood, yeah, Robin Hood Men in Tights. No.
Blinking. Where?
No, man.
I'm saying, hey, Blinken, hold their hands.
I'm talking all over this. Yeah, I mean, Mel Brooks, like, he had such good movies. I'll have what he's having. I remember that. Like,
Oh, really?
what? Oh, you guys aren't gonna catch up then? Oh. Alright. We got ads again. Darn it. It's not been in. Okay. Yeah.
There's nothing that's. But yeah, that's. What's that? So,
Do, do. Yeah. How's matching? I'll play more match. Excuse me. Are you almost done? Are you almost ready? Join with you?
you have to say.
Yeah, that we had to do that. Remember, I had to save and exit back.
To relock.
Oh yeah, make sure you hit. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about the Addingtons, you know. How's the Matchington going there? I haven't picked it up after the stream the other night. Of course, you and me are the only ones playing. It looks like, other than like the other people that downloaded it. Oh, it's 10:26 yet. Most have my mom play it while I'm at work because she loves math games. Well, I mean, I guess it's pretty much a math game.
Sorry, chat. Be loud. My bad.
What? Who? I think we've been talking over the. I think me and Chad have been talking over the game. Actually, we've been talking about stuff. So it's my bad. Let me see what level we've reached. Okay. Sorry, guys. I've been talking over the game. For those that are watching, I do apologize. It's not gonna be watchable. So, let me check the diary. Maybe the diary, she says something about, wow, I am low on crown because I had to pay that kid. Apparently, I already know what the code is because I have the walkthrough, but you're supposed to deduct. Listen, sessions, they got, Dr. Clark, which I suppose means he's dead. It's 1848 is the number. But how do you deduct that? But they say you can't take your money with you, so it must still be down here somewhere, right? I can add numerology to list illuminary obsessions. Go into raptures over the number 8, which they deem sacred, and how it looks like infinite, butterfly, and so forth. Especially fond of butterflies, flowers, and rainbows. Their pretty butterfly garden thrives while crops a body could actually eat wither in the field. They say Dr. Clark built his lab about here 2 years ago, and twice blessed year, conducting some kind of exotic research up until he transcended and was never seen again. How do you come up with level 81? Not bad. I think what I stopped at was 66 or something. So I don't know how we get 1848. Or whatever. Unless you take the 2 plus the other 2. I don't know. I don't freaking know. So what I'm also gonna show you guys, oh, that cute little guy with the little glasses. Oh, he's got Moogles with glasses, man. Oh, he's got that Moogle I want too. Oh, Gavin, I was gonna steal his Moogle. He's got a cute little Moogle statue, I think. Got a bunch of Final Fantasies. Got crossplay?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna give him the stuff so I can clean out my inventory. Or just gather the items for him.
Wow. Any problems?
Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Oh, and you can beat up each other. But I do want to, I know it's like only, was it $6.99 for that water bottle I want to get? So I know what he wants, but I'm gonna give this to him. No, in Dead Island 2, if you like group together, you can accidentally hit each other and kill each other. and but you can't fight. That's fine. Just, you know. So, yeah, you're safe. You're safe. It's a fun game though. I like it because it's open. I mean, it's not open world, but it's pretty open. So we want to go 18. That be means a year because he said twice year. Was born in 1778. What does that mean? Hold on, let me try something. I mean, I know the year, so.
Oh, it was this.
No, that doesn't help. The guy was born in 1778. But the answer is 1848. I don't get it. I still don't get why it's that number. All right.
The only problem that I know.
Oh. No. At the beginning. Keep going straight. I thought they were bodies when I first came in here. Nope. I love this. I love Phil.
Well, I know what I'm using.
Filomeno. I don't know why Filomeno is so hard to say. Beverly. Why does he sound so he reminds me of Puss in Boots. That's who he reminds me of. The voice. Wonder if it's elasticity is what's growing it. I know it's probably nowhere near what Puss in Boots sounds like, but it just... Maybe this is deep accent. Maybe it's what it sounds like. Ugh, squash, no thank you. Like, I don't care to know, and it's my... Yeah, is it really, like... Oh, we want this.
Oh, okay, it's back here.
Pick it up.
Okay.
I wouldn't need it, he'd probably say.
That came off.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to talk. I want to go somewhere. I like the bullet hole points. There's another really cool thing. Alright, guy, I'm leaving. I'm gonna pick up this other stuff that you need, but I'm not giving it to you. Because, yeah, we're gonna let these poor people live. I'll let these weirdos have their little situation. I'll keep your little whatever.
Alright. Alright, we're not playing around. What is heal?
H. H is heal. Oh, we want to show him the item?
Something funny? Oh. Aggressive.
You do that. I'm gonna save. Oh. Which stuff do we have? I'll just save there. Because I can't remember last.
By the way, carburetor?
It's always in a different place.
Pick him.
Dang, it is different places all the time.
Yep.
Wow. Spicy. They're busy. Oh gosh. Let us read. No, not first. We're not reading that. Ethericity, yeah. Yeah, well, let's read this. I'm gonna read backwards. 'Cause I read frontwards like twice. Alright. May 24th, 1849. The fools, they have done it. They have sliced off their own nose and stamped upon it as it lay bleeding in the dust for spite. Minister, having won re-election, in defiance of all decency and good sense, has moved swiftly to deliver on his campaign promises and signed a total and immediate ban practical research, experimentation, development of etheric technology. It is a dark age we live in. Thanks to Leroy and those laboratory technophobes, stay that way. It is not yet clear what the repercussions will be out here. Though far from the halls of power, I have no wish to tempt fate. Ceased all public display of my work, but will they remember the mad Dr. Clark? Your whistle wizard of Thercicity and his self-imposed desert exile? Will they come looking for me? Scuttling bug. I must... Oh yeah, dropkick is an ability, yeah. So, will they come looking for me? Like a scuttling bug, I must keep to the shadows and hope to escape. Notice, it is the only way forward. One day I hope to deliver the fire of Thercicity to man, to lift him up from the darkness, and keep him in comfort and splendor. For this deed I can but hope that my punishment will be less severe than that which Prometheus endured. My work continues. Labors I undertake alone, unwilling to venture so far as engaging another assistant. But solitude was the point of this relocation, was it not? I do believe the desert climate agrees with me. I have certainly found it more inclusive to work without interruptions at all hours. The San Bernardo Valley vista offers quite an inspiring change from the clogged alleys and foggy horizons of New Ortega. How do you say it? It doesn't... Bertega? Welcome back. I'm not wholly severed from my fellow man. The small settlement of RoseWater is a short distance away should I need to call upon any of civilization's necessities. While I was timid of my reception at first, I have found the people here rather more open-minded than those back east, and I have begun giving occasional lectures and demonstrations for small audiences. Britannia. Yeah, Britannia. Yeah, Britannia. It's just the way it's spelled. It's throwing me off. It's Britannia. That's what it is. For a small audience, if these simple-hearted frontier folk can yet be won over and taught to admire any yearn for the transformative potential of Thercicity, there is hope for the rest of the nation in time. In the desert I am made anew. My sins are wiped clean by his scoring sands. I begin yet again. January 16th, 1840. I'm reading backwards, by the way. January 16th, 1848. My new laboratory. My hermitage. Who says hermitage? Just look at that word. My sanctuary of science in the wilderness is complete. Moving out here has been an adjustment for what of the various municipal entities upon which I was accustomed to rely. My resourcefulness has been sorely tried for ample hydration, bodily needs, as well as for hydraulic pressure and cooling of my apparatus. Obliged to construct a rudimentary water tower. I wish these voice actors would do the reading of this sometimes too. So much reading. Which living, and this is the third time I read this by the way, guys. Illumination, which living in Lamplight City, I taken for granted. I must now provide, and I have taken to dipping my own candles with spare wax and cotton thread. Why cotton thread? It's clear that whether I am to do next, I cannot do it here. I must leave the city, I will go west. Even if total prohibition becomes the law of the land, law's hold is somewhat looser at the nation's virgin fridges, for far from these words back then. From the Grand Mason and the chambers of Parliament, traditionally offered refuge to visionaries and hermit-centrics. I can continue my work there, away from the throgs. I have come too far and glimpsed too much to give up now. The road of progress was never a smooth one. I have tumbled over tremendous stumbling block. I will pick myself up and carry on. Ad Ocitinum? This doctor has some big words. But what use is my liberty without my work? There on stage as a pavilion, I felt myself brief. Be a colossus of science standing astride the world with a shiny future spread out before me. Now it has all crumbled in one blinding burst of light. December 21st, 1847. 1848 was something, wasn't it? What happened in 1848? Didn't something happen? Inquisit is complete and my name cleared. I bear no formal responsibility for the deaths at the expo. In the eyes of the city of New Britannia, at least her people are not so gracious. The Tories in Parliament are taking advantage of the public furor to press all the more stridently or blanket ban on etheric research, which I am certain the Prime Minister will be all too glad to sign into law. Where the dark irony in the fact that my duration in the matter has likely only lent strength to their arguments, which, like AI, pretty much. Maybe it was. I didn't think about that. The day he ascended. That's good to remember. 1848. Because I was thinking a number that was important to Dr. Clark, not to them. Dark irony in the fact that my execution in the matter has likely only lent strength to their argument, for if I am not some murderous monster guilty of horrific malpractice, then Recity itself must be dangerously unstable and safe, beyond the power of any man to control. Fools, if they but knew what miraculous possibilities they foreclose with their ignorance and fear. Sometimes a scientific truth emerges, which the world is not yet ready to hear. Not Galileo denounced a heretic in his day, be vindicated by generations yet unbound. E perceive words that I cannot understand. Your mother will not open the. I know this is gonna not make sense. If you guys want to hear like the straightforward twice on YouTube. Mother will not open the door to me, and I cannot say. I falter for that. I will send her your 3 months' wages by post. A paltry sum for life, but all I have to offer. June 8th, 1847. I have spent the past 2 days sealed in Turnbull Street, every waking moment spent. I didn't know I was going to be reading a book. Apparently this is supposed to be a diary, but I feel like I'm reading a book. Rechecking my prototype and consulting my research notes, seeking an error of miscalculation. What went wrong? The flow regulator exhibited irregularities before, but all within tolerance. Nothing on the scale of that. Police will neither return nor allow me to access the remains of the exhibit model. If only I could inspect it, I might find the manufacturing flow of defection in the material that caused the catastrophe. That cat. Whatever. I can't talk. That word. The cat. We're gonna call it the cat. Or through, I shuddered to turn my thoughts in the direction, perhaps some sight of sabotage. There are many who would delight to see me fail. Angry crowds dog my steps whenever I venture beyond the cat. Maybe that's why it's called a catastrophe. There we go. I said it. Catastrophe. Like a hard word to say, catastrophe. On my door, reinforcing my voluntary seclusion. At every moment I expect the constable to arrive with irons of a growing suspicion. For Bork the cat. Some handsome sum was discreetly paid by one of the sponsors to suppress public scandal associated with the event. If so, I am by happenstance a fortunate beneficiary of the overeens and owe to them my present liberty. I wonder if I can go back and do... I'll have to go back and see if I can do the... at some point. The Sherlock Holmes games and see if I can mute the music. If there's like a setting like this game has where you can mute the music. Hopefully. Because all those games had the stupid audio mute shit in it, which was annoying. Turning off the flow regulator remains the utmost priority. We still have some months left to resolve the superheating issue. Have high hopes for the finer gauge electrofilament. Strikes me that whatever investments and explorations the firms have hereof conducted in the sphere of the electricity, there are really very few individuals to whom they might turn who have any measure of practical experience extending beyond the realm of pure theory. Yet, I had to go begging hat in hand to them for the opportunity to take part in their exhibit. Isn't my generator, which can produce energy at a fraction of the cost of electricity, with none of polluting infrastructure, see nothing to present in their pavilion, but promises and fairy stories of a future not yet evident. But I must not bristle at... Would you stop using big words, Doctor, please? Nignities, and be grateful for my good fortune. At last the world will see the power of authenticity revealed. Hell breaking loose, and then your star runs to the extraction point. I team killed Lamb right before we reach that point. Double. What are you doing? Why don't you have a VIP? Hold on. How do I do that? Wait, no, how do I give the gift? You have VIP. Hold on. Okay. Why, you shouldn't be killing Lamb anyway. It's so rude. It's heckin' rude. Sure it was. So rude. And hey, Apple. Oh, you killed her and then you won. Oh, okay. Yeah, reading it backwards. Literally. Beyond uttering, I can hardly break myself to write them here. Frank, poor Frank. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, I wrote it wrong. Wait. The general with producing your function the cost. Okay, I'm reading it backwards. I know. I've read this forward twice in a row. Like, I decide that the misspelled my name, omitted my title. Not everyone. If you want me to hear me read it forward twice, it's on YouTube. It just this is a lot to read, and I've read it twice, but bear with me. Misspelled my name, omitted my title. Not everyone can pay society dues and have their credentials and eligibility observed, but they know enough of my work to have it spoken of those lofty chambers of knowledge and opportunity that what matters. So have you, let me pause a minute. Have you played Palomino Pines yet, Lim? Or let me guess, you haven't yet, right? They did accurately remark the address of my laboratory. Perhaps one or two of those learned gentlemen might be persuaded to visit and see my work for themselves. I shall pin a letter, Society Secretary at once. Yeah, it makes me mad that it's not a two-player. Like, why don't they make these games, like, at least have you where you can go to the other person's farm or something and help out? Or meet in the city or something, or the town, but no. I don't know. Sucks. February 2nd, 1847. With their instructions and encouragement, later extended by Dr. Nethersole. What a lovely name. Second Vice President of the VRSNP, I have secured connections sufficient to gain my place in the pavilion to be installed at the Lamplight City Global Expo this very summer. Yeah, there's another game I have that was Ever something Valley. It's a kid riding on a pig. Now that is on Steam. It is a multiplayer. And that was Amazon Prime too. I don't know if you got that one. Only will I have the opportunity to demonstrate my etheric generator before a grand public audience as a condition of participation. Harmon and Grove, chief sponsor of the exhibit, have tasked me with consulting on the design of the pavilion in terms of requirements as to technical equipment, layout, accommodations for visitors, tens of thousands expected, and so forth. There is so much to be done to prepare. I think it is, yeah. It's like, it's supposed to be like Palomino Pines, supposedly, but without the dinosaurs. I think so. Thereby afforded my meager reserves will soon be depleted at this rate, unless I can induce a benefactor leave me of these pecuniary obligations. Big words, go away, big words. I love them too.
Yeah.
I have
let's
like
just go
a
back through the
decent
door
amount
thing
of
and
them,
back
pretty
up.
much. Number 6,
So wait, so you go to Charlie.
1846.
Just go
Frank's
inside, right?
investigation. What? Investigation. Whatever that word is. Marked me a fortnightly public demonstration of apparatus, a brief lecture on the principles of sphericity, followed by a practical display of the generator's operation, is offered to all comers of as many as will fit within the storehouse free of charge. I confess that at first I regarded this pageantry as a distraction. You need the story of season games? I want the one that's coming out, the Hobbit game. I want that one. Rune Factor 5? I don't think I've heard of that. Work a scentless bit of specular to dazzle the simple trade folk and laborers who occupy this district. I need to finish this. We're talking about other things. I don't know. I don't think I know what either one of those are. Frank persuaded me that attracting an investor would require some measure of transparency as to my research. It's true that most who attend my presentations come seeking thrills rather than intellectual or financial engagement. On those shows has allowed word to spread, and some are beginning to take notice. Stops, what are you sobbing about? Published proceedings of the Vespucian Royal Society of Nature Philosophy contained a mention of rumors of research into the generation etheric power by a Mr. Clerk of Turnbull Street. Oh my gosh, how many more pages? Prototype does not appear capable. I mean, I've heard of them. If that means anything. Oh, you guys don't play anymore? Oh. 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 Yeah, does not appear capable as yet of generating heat beyond the material's tolerance. However, I have reached the limits of this configuration without hazarding a face full of superheated steam and scattered glass. I cannot say with confidence, even now, that a random harmonic flux in the atmosphere could not cause a sudden spike. Yes, this is a Harry Potter book. Energy might as well be produce such a result. Now that the principle is proven, we must experiment with introducing a regulator to throttle the flow for both safety and practicality. It remains a not insequential matter of funding. It's almost done. Taking longer than anticipated to reach even this early milestone. Initial outlaw for equipment. It is not accounted for the necessity of covering rent on the old Turnbull Street storehouse, nor the wages of my assistant Frank, for so long a term. Removed from Mr. Gladstone's modest but comfortable lodgings to the garnet over the storehouse, a move which has proved economically as regards both money and time as satisfactory. In the matter of board, I fear I did not give Mrs. Gladstone's Sunday roast quite the credit I now realize in want of them was their due. What the freak does that mean? Oh my gosh, how many more foliage and pages? 6 weeks to deliver. I hope he also has Magnanite. He has a Pokemon on hand quantities, so I can start experimenting with it right away. Try the iron filling first, if not. Down to last spool of copper wire. Must pick up more, and I must stop by the offices of the Gazette soon to circulate an advertisement. Her new assistant in the week edition, much to do. Jerry, 1847. It must have been. Days the work has been maddeningly slow, and some days it seems to be advanced by leaps and bounds. I'm kept too busy to think often of writing in this journal, yet I have made notable progress. I have built the first prototype capable of harvesting ambient etheric potential and channeling it to produce energy. The boy who this instant heat, there is yet no flow regulator mechanism, so the entire energy yield feeds directly into a copper heating element suspended within a water-filled cylinder, fixed with a thermometer, or whatever. is left open to vent the steam which is frequently produced in abundance. In future, naturally, the entire heat coil system tuber apparatus will be replaced with another assemblage capable of converting the thermicity in useful energy to generate light, say, or mechanical motion. Please be the last page. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. 1845. I am embarking on a new project, which means a new journal. Here I will record my notes, observations from a series of experiments, creations, and applications of etheric energy. I believe it can be profitable harvest from the very air and harnessed for an immense number of beneficial uses. Or I don't know. Lamplight City. Glow not with the smoke flickering of flame from the burning costly oil, but with bright etheric light from lamps that never need fuel. I see compact, efficient brick engines replacing bulky and limited diffusion generators that drive Her Majesty's airships. I see our nation's mills and manufacturers humming, kept in motion not with the sweat of the brow, belching fumes of the coal fires, but with the clean, abundant power of thermicity. Applications are limitless, but before they can be released, I must turn my attention to the practical problem of efficient generation, not to mention safe, reliable storage. Can be summoned from the atmosphere on demand. Some intermediate storage device will be necessary to absorb the excess in the controlled fashion. Absent such a mechanism to moldate the unpredictable flow of raw power, the effect would be to cooking one's breakfast by exploding a stick of dynamite. Tomorrow I must visit Cunningham's to order glass tubes, ampoules, as he forgets, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, we're done with that. Yay, that's over with. And that was the book of Dr. Clark's journal. Oh gosh, we don't have to see what we saw last time. Alright. I don't know. We don't know. That's cool. What? Am I talking? Yeah? Now? Yeah, when they talk, I try not to. Oh, they aren't now? What? Oh, don't tell me. Oh. This whole time. Nobody said anything the whole time? Oh, goodness gracious.
So we go where the trail leads us.
For
We need some
For
transportation.
3 hours, nobody
haven't
said
got any?
anything.
Don't
Oh
you
my.
tour around?
Sure, but our show
No.
wagon ain't gonna fit all of us.
Plus, we'll need it to
It
store
wasn't
all the
picking
show's
up the
props and
game.
equipment while we're gone. There's that lady in town with a wagon. Heard her talking at the saloon once. Said she hires
The
it out
thing
for
was
travel.
moving over here,
Sounds promising. Who is she?
but I wasn't
You've met
picking that
her.
up apparently.
She was your cellmate when we bailed you out.
Lola? She did mention she was leaving town soon. Maybe we can hitch a ride.
We should head back.
It wasn't muted though.
Yeah, let's get a move on.
Gotta see this problem.
It's alright. I mean,
Right.
people are watching
Harley, I'm putting
apparently.
you in charge of hiring us some
I have like 6
transportation.
people watching.
Danny and I are going back to the theater to settle some business. Come get us once you've arranged a ride.
And just how am I meant to arrange it? Financially speaking?
Ah, well, now that may get a mite tricky. Our contract was to pay out at the end of the show's run, but
was
seeing
picking
as
up
we'll be
something.
breaking that contract, I'm sad to say we'll be forfeiting
What was
those
picking up then?
proceeds. Anybody else got funds to contribute to the kitty?
Not unless
What do
this
I have
Johnson
open in the
woman accepts
background?
pesos. And
I have no idea what I was picking up then.
I'm afraid I haven't got anything either.
Harley, my dear, I'm afraid we must then prevail upon you to furnish the petty cash
Um,
needed to get
my
our
bad.
expedition aloft. Seeing as you're the only other one of our posse who's currently in the position of being
No.
gainfully employed. And it goes without saying, but you'll be fully reimbursed
Yeah.
once we find what we're looking for.
I
on
mean,
top of your
the-
share, with
you
interest.
can watch one of the other
Certainly hope so.
playthroughs
Wonderful.
for the
Well then,
audio
we'll
through
be
again.
seeing you
I
later.
just
What about you two?
I think I'll pay
I
Dr. Sedgwick a visit.
was,
It's been
you know,
ages.
so
And I owe
into
you proper
talking to
thanks
you
for this
guys, I
care.
wasn't.
See you in a bit, Harley.
No, it's my bad. I didn't. I just saw the application thing moving. It's realizing. Okay, she's in jail.
Welcome back, Miss Legere.
He's in jail. Then what side did I pick? Yeah, true, but people don't like to read. But you guys stayed. I mean, we still have you guys here, so I don't think anybody was paying attention anyway. Distraction. Wait, did I do all that with the other one? I mean, people stayed, so or were chatting. Okay, we did the wagon bit. We don't need to go back and do that again. Don't know how much more I can say sorry, okay? We did. Which way did we do? Yes, that's you. You're in prison. Shame on you, lamb. Okay, so we did the snuck in last time. Okay, we did the knocked out Jimmy. This is a knockout way. You got a good laugh out of it. Well, I'm glad we got good at laugh out of it. So we went the knockout path. Here we're doing the. Yeah.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Just how long have you been the sheriff here anyway?
Oh, a couple years now. Like
I'm
most
not-
everyone else, I came to RoseWater in
Found Betty.
48 when we thought the hills were full of
Good.
aurum.
Glad you found
Except
Betty.
I stayed when it turned out they weren't.
You were a prospector?
Yep. But it turns out lawman was a more stable career.
I mean, like a water cooler thing.
A man in your position must have plenty to say about the town he serves.
Suppose that's true. But a stroll down Main will tell you most everything you need to know.
Did you ever meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
No, he only came into town every couple of weeks, until the ethericity ban got handed down. And glad I am of that. I have no use for any of that claptrap. All it does is spook folk. And
Why'd you
sometimes
apologize
close
again
trouble.
for the audio issue, guess?
Don't
Me,
suppose you
I'm
have friends in
apologizing.
the valley calling themselves the Luminarians?
For the no audio
No,
for
what
about
now?
whatever long.
Luminarians. They claim to be the protectors of Dr. Clark's artifacts.
Because
Got a
I can
ton
apologize
set
now
up
that I
in flag.
know.
Oh, come on now. You're pulling my leg.
I'm serious.
Well, so long as I don't get up to nothing in town, they ain't my problem.
Hmm.
I saw a lady coming out of the saloon earlier. She was older, fancy looking.
I'll talk to her
sounded
later.
Old country. Any idea who that is?
Can't say it rings any bells. Wonder what
Oh,
someone
it's
like
fine.
that
You're
would be doing
fine,
in
Lamb. It's not your
RoseWater.
fault.
What's the story with Gentleman Jake?
Which one? If even half of them are true, he's a lion among men, a real Western
That's
hero.
probably not
You can
true.
catch his show while he's in town and hear it straight from the source.
Can you tell me about Joan Gallagher?
Whew, I've yet to meet anyone with a more
Yeah.
fiery temper.
Oh, it's funny
My
because
advice is to stay on Joni's good
we got
side.
like a
You
good
don't
bit
wanna
of people
end up going
watching,
out the
so it's
window
like they
that
must.
poor bastard.
Us-
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Yeah.
Come back anytime.
No. I'm not going to talk to her yet because we do have to talk to her to get her out of jail. At some point. I'm just that entertaining without, the game having audio. See? No.
Ah, you must be Miss Leger. I'm Dr. Sedgwick.
Pleasure.
Nadine and Mr. Marquez were just telling me how you all were acquainted. Please do continue.
That's impressively clean.
Oh, well,
Cleanliness
thank
is
you.
next to godliness, as they say.
Yep.
And good health starts with good hygiene.
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
Quite a variety of potions and tonics you've got here, Doc.
It's only a small part of the bounteous pharmacopoeia that nature might
Can't
make
be
available
entertaining
to
without
us
you guys
if
around.
only we knew her secrets. There is so much to be discovered.
I imagine you get your hands pretty dirty in this line of work?
It's for cleansing before, not after. I am a follower of the modern European theories, positing that disease follows from the
I guess
propagation
so.
of tiny animalcules living on the surface of the skin. Thorough washing with
Now we
soap and
got
water
animals
is said to
living on top of
eradicate
our
them.
skin, guys,
Drown
now.
the little bastards, huh?
Something like that.
Medical College of Wicks? Never heard of it.
It's in central Rotterdam. Not quite the University of New Britannia, but then what is?
Britannia. Britannia.
Well, that's just disgusting.
Not disgusting, it's fascinating, awe-inspiring.
To each his own.
Well, they're little, we have little animal, like little bugs living in our eyelashes and eyebrows.
The human
They're
body
microscopic.
truly is a marvel.
Yeah.
I suppose that's one word for it.
You didn't know that? Yeah. Did you not learn that in school? They're microscopic little...
Hey, Doc.
Miss
Must be not
Leger.
Have you met any
bugs.
members of the Luminarians?
B-U-G.
I beg your
Microscopic
They're
little
a
bugs.
community living near the old
Bugs,
laboratory.
not
Oh,
buds.
those
Bu-
ethericity cultists. Yes, they do make their way into town on occasion. Sometimes the
bugs in
women come to me seeking
Didn't say buds.
certain remedies and prophylactics. And I've treated 1 or 2 cases of malnutrition. The desert is a hard place to make a home. Something about the old lab draws in the gullible and deluded. Lost souls searching for meaning.
Did you ever make the acquaintance of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Doctor. If that
Not
man's
buds.
a doctor, then I'm Hippocrates.
Shall I take that as a no?
Oh,
Miss Leger, I do not associate with lunatics and crackpots, especially those who recklessly cause the deaths of innocents. Now, let's not sully the good name of higher learning any further.
I'll see you later, Doc.
Do take care of yourself.
we
Oh,
talked
shit.
to,
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course. Pardon me.
well, I have little monkeys and rabbits all over my skin. Really?
So, how was it working for the good doctor?
Well, he taught me everything I know about medicine. It was especially interesting during the rush. We had no shortage of patients then. I lost count of how many broken bones I set.
Seems we've a big journey ahead. Are you excited for it?
Yes, but Also a bit nervous. I've never been beyond this valley.
Animal ears in my soup.
No kidding? I can't imagine staying in one place so long. But then I've been up and down most of this country.
Not everyone has the luxury to travel so extensively.
I'll leave you to your conversation.
What is that from?
All good with you, Nadine?
Yes, thank you.
I don't want to
No, it's
interrupt
from
your
a movie. I
conversation.
can't remember what movie.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Are you looking forward to our journey
Well,
west?
crack.
I more look forward to what we will find at the
Monkeys
end
and
of it.
rabbits.
Right.
Doop-de-loop.
Carry
What
on.
movie is that from? No, it's not United Farts. Okay, Shirley Temple. That's what my parents wanted to call me when I was born, Shirley Temple. No kidding. Like, not even. Not even kidding. Yeah. Because I had, like, curly hair. I don't see him. Yeah, okay, he's not here because we punched him this time. Is anybody in here?
Shabby, but I've been to worse.
Gabby, you been to... So they decided to name me after my dad. Undertaker. I wonder where that little kid is anyway. Maybe learn not to mess with people. Oh, the little kid I punched out.
Good to see you again.
What did you?
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did you ever happen to meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
Yeah, my dad's name is Stefan. Well, my middle name is not his middle name, but his name is Stefan. But
You wouldn't happen to know
Stefan?
anything about the Luminarians, would you?
I have no idea what that word even means.
Never mind then. I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, man.
So we're gonna write our paper.
All right, let's get this thing knocked out. But first,
Not gonna write on the actual typewriter. She's gonna handwrite.
okay, time to bring home the bacon. The big question, how to open?
I guess that's been an hour. Oh, the ad. Yep, Lamb likes ad. At least it was an hour this time. If we could actually, no, my computer couldn't handle that. Then maybe I could do some saber on here. My computer. Okay. Well, we could just like play where no audio goes through. We do. Yeah. I mean, not save it to YouTube, just no VOD. No, that's what I'm saying. Do some. Here, welcome back. So, Liam, what do you think? Well, I mean, I would have to set that up, but and I couldn't save the VODs for this one because copyright music. But I was thinking, because I need to work out. Because me and Short have Quest 2. doing some Beat Saber at some point for one of my stream days to like work out to. He would have to figure out how to set it up because I'm not tech savvy with that. But what would you guys? Well, I'll wait until we got like this minute over with. But what would you think about that? Some Beat Saber, a stream of Beat Saber, watching me just do that, or not watching me because I don't have that. I mean, we got a green screen, but not to the extent of these people when they're doing their Beat Saber. That'd be cool at some point, but I don't have that kind of money to do that. Yeah. Did you? Yeah. Because I'd like to add that in. I used to do Just Dance Now before the DMCA thing. The only thing is that I wouldn't be able to say VODs and VOD it because of the music in Beat Saber, of course. Let's get back to the game. But yeah, I definitely want to do that down the road. At some point, we'll have to figure that out. Set that up. And I do have some interesting VR games. Like the Jurassic Park one. That scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I wonder about Quest 3. Or I guess you need one of the other ones. Maybe I shouldn't do that one, but
Bravery, heroism, and skill are the virtues that spring to mind upon hearing the legends of Gentleman Jake recounted. To that awesome mental figuration, one may be less apt to ascribe the softer traits, such as tender charity and unflinching generosity. However, these latter are qualities Mr. Ackerman has proved to possess in spades.
you figure out what my horror game is for
His first
Friday.
act upon making his introduction was to bail this writer out of the sheriff's lockup, where she found herself inconvenienced owing to an unfortunate misunderstanding. Now, the middle section needs to recapture the reader's interest. Let's see.
The interview was boring. Well, there is the one I didn't finish, the Torment Souls, or whatever it's called, and then there's Songs and Horror, or whatever it's called. I'd have to look at my horror games. I don't have the games in my library set by genre. I'd have to go mess with all that and look at that, unfortunately. Let's see.
Gentleman Jake carries himself with a particular air of a man who
Oh, you want me to do Graveyard Keeper one? We could do that, yeah.
And the knowledge that he is well equipped to deal with whatever may
We could
come
do
his
that
way.
for Friday.
His look is as if to warn you off from tangling with him.
I was thinking you meant like more scary, horror driven. I mean, I guess that's still kind of a horror-ish kind of game.
And now for an ending.
She didn't want wait. The character.
Mr. Ackerman is a great man, and by his visit to our industrious frontier
We could do that though.
RoseWater is the sort of cosmopolitan
I did want to visit that game at some point. I do have all the DLCs for it too, because GOG had a sale for the main game and the DLCs with it for $10.
Now,
which GOG has some good sales. I'm gonna give it a title.
A frontier hero
Oh.
visits town. And done.
So when is next Friday? So that would be on the 6th of next week. So hopefully we'll get a good bit of votes
Excuse
coming
me?
in.
I'd love to chat, Miss.
Don't let me dis-
No, don't any distraction then. So I can't
Good to
tell
see
if
you
this
again,
is a
Harley.
guy
What's
or
been in missing
girl.
world?
Well, I've spent the past couple days following Jake around, gathering plenty of straw.
Glad to hear it. I like writers who go above and beyond.
All right. Let's talk to
What do you need?
this person.
Say, did you ever get a chance to meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
Not
Yeah,
personally, but I did
true.
attend one of his demonstrations at the Opera House back before the ban. The man knew how to put on a show, I'll say that much.
Lamb said I should do Graveyard Keeper for Friday horror night. Mhm.
Joni, I'd like to ask, could I get an advance on my article?
Yeah.
What for?
The long and the short of it is that Jake is invited.
But I need to go
on
through
an
my
expedition. I'll need some
games
extra
and
crowns.
find out what genre they
Expensive.
are,
What kind of an expedition?
We're going to
which
look
I
for
should have
Dr.
done in
Bennett
the beginning,
Clark's
but I just
missing
wanted to get the
fortune.
games added.
Surely a far more interesting story, wouldn't you say?
You're right about that. Tales from the wild frontier are in vogue these days, and folk will be gumming to find out what happened to Clark. But I like people who finish what they start. Get me your assignment, then we can discuss your next one.
Understood. Have you encountered the Luminarians?
What in the ether is a luminarian?
Oh, they're in the ether, all right. They're a community of folks living near Dr. Clark's old lab who have designated themselves protectors of his artifacts. They believe Dr. Clark transcended into the ether and joined some luminous beings that
Oh,
lived
did
in
I
That's
add
some
the
wild
recent
stuff.
ones?
But
No, I
publish
didn't.
newspapers, not copper novels.
I'd best be on my way.
Right, you are.
I don't think I added the recent. I don't think I had the recent free ones from Epic
Here you are,
into my
Joni.
library.
One profile of Gentleman Jake, ready to print.
Let's have a look. You know, writing the headline is normally the editor's job. Now let's see. You were locked up. So you're one of those writers who puts themselves through the ringer for their stories, eh? This isn't Brentwell magazine, you know. You don't have to be so involved with your subjects. This is good. You've kept it brisk all the way through. Oof, laying it on a bit thick at the end there, aren't
Well,
you?
you
Still, I asked you to
definitely
make the
should
town
be
look good, and
sleeping
you
when it's
delivered.
sleep time.
I
But I
appreciate
appreciate
the
it.
effort
You
with the
guys did
editorial
some good
interaction.
help.
We'll work on the subtlety later.
You and Apple helped a lot getting that
Not bad,
done.
Harley. Not bad at all. A few snips here and there, and this will be fit to print. Here's your fee, as agreed.
Hopefully it's enough to... Oh, okay,
Now I
that
know
was a
what I'm working
decent...
with, I'll have a think about your next assignment.
About that,
Hmm.
how about that piece on the search for Clark's missing fortune? That'll be better than any old profile.
Sure enough. All right then. Clark's missing fortune it is.
I've got something else.
Oh? Do tell.
While I was going around with Jake, we spent some time with the Otham. I learned that they've come under
I feel like a zombie
constant
right now.
attack from the soldiers at Fort Beaumont.
You're changing?
Why?
Oh no.
That's the thing. There's no reason. They pose no threat, yet the soldiers harass them anyway.
Kurt Wolf's
For what
changing into a
reason?
zombie.
Their crops were torched.
That's atrocious. People need to know about this.
I'm glad you think so, because their leader wants their story told. She's willing to be interviewed. She gave me this statement, too.
Powerful stuff. We'll pay
A
visit
zombie
as soon as we
wolf?
can to
Yep,
see for
he's a
myself.
zombie
Plenty of
pirate
townsfolk
wolf.
could stand to learn about our neighbours in the valley. This could open their eyes.
I hope so. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to see about hiring a wagon.
Godspeed, Harley.
Alright, so now we gotta
See you
go
later, Joni.
bail
Prepare
out.
yourself out there.
That character is such a confusing one. Can we pick that up? Oh no, we can't pick that up and put it back up there. I guess it's better to be down there, I guess. A wolf zombie, yep. We need to go bail out Miss Lola. Mogul dance! Ooh! A mogul dance! Sorry, what?
Welcome back, Miss Legere.
That's the piss
I've got a
pot.
proposition for you.
Is that so?
You said you were planning on leaving town,
I did.
and I've heard you have a wagon for hire.
That's right.
Interested in a job?
Depends who's hiring.
I'm asking on behalf of Gentleman Jake. He's leading our posse to El Presidio.
The blowhard who bailed you out?
That's the one.
So it's you, him, how many more?
We're 5 altogether.
Well, I've got good news and bad news. Good news is, I was bound for El Presidio anyhow, and my wagon can fit 5.
And the bad news?
I'm sure you can figure that one for yourself.
So if I get you out of here, you'll take us along?
We can discuss my fee once I know you're serious.
All right, let's bail her out.
Hey, Sheriff.
What can I do you for?
How much to get Miss Johnson out on bail?
Let's see. For assault on a minor child, as well as unlawful occupancy of an uninhabited building, that'll be 15 crowns.
Hmm.
Here you go. 15 crowns.
Jeez.
Right you are.
22 cents. What's her?
Miss Johnson, you're free to go. Don't let me see you in here again.
Oh, you won't. We're leaving.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks.
Yes. Let's. How much to get me and the rest to El Presidio?
My fee is 40 crowns up front, but I'll cut you a break. In appreciation for the way you knocked out that little pest. 30 crowns, all up.
It's a deal.
Jeez.
Good. Get your posse together and meet me outside town at sundown. We'll head out then.
Out to say, I bailed you butt out.
There you are. This your group then?
This is us.
All right, folks, listen here.
I have no idea how much a crown was back then, or if it's worth anything now.
In my wagon, you follow my rules. Rule 1. I'm your driver, not your friend. While we're moving, leave me be. That means no yammering in my ear about how pretty you think the mountains are. Rule 2. We stop and go as I say. I ain't interested in blowing up my engine just 'cause y'all are in a hurry. Last rule. Everybody does their part. Be it cooking, hunting, or gathering firewood.
I don't want to be here anymore.
And I won't be serving y'all. The road can be rough, but I'm an experienced navigator and tracker. So stick with me and you'll be fine. If you've got
I just
any
wanted to be the
questions,
person in
now's
jail.
the time to ask.
You said you're a tracker? What's that mean exactly?
It means I'm good at finding things. One of you gets lost, or we're hunting our supper and need to trail an animal, I can do that.
So, like a bloodhound?
No, like a tracker. Compare me to a dog again, and you're finding yourself another ride. Understand?
Oh, apologies. I didn't mean to offend.
Folk rarely do. Anything else?
Regarding your first rule, what if we have an emergency?
Then tell me. Just don't bother me with small talk. I need to concentrate on driving. Anything else?
Just how long do you expect this journey to take?
I reckon it shouldn't be more than 8 or 9 days, weather permitting. Anything else?
Well, that's an awful lot of rules. Don't you think the people paying your fee ought to be the ones setting terms?
You know any other folk in town with a wagon? That's what I thought.
We understand. You'll have no trouble from us.
All right then. Let's get a move on. Time's wasting.
We are off, with the first faint tendrils of dawn at our backs.
I like her
We head
wagon.
west for El Presidio on the trail of
I want a
the
wagon
East
like
of
that.
Dr. Clark. We have but a few days' travel before us, through the desert and mountains to reach the coast. I am rather looking forward to getting a better view of this part of the country. And should the scenery lack for diversion, I suppose I'll have recourse in the fellowship of my new traveling companions. Now that we've assembled in this unlikely venture, perhaps it's time we got to better know one another.
Feels good to be underway at last.
Yeah, I like how she's got it set up
I
inside.
must admit, I tend to become restless on
I think
days.
it's Cole.
Well, we got cards, books, and conversation. Plenty of ways to pass the time.
Lola must be a reader. Always nice to have some books around. That's what keeps this heap going. Makes it pretty hot in here, too. We're set for fuel for a good while. None are in the red, so I guess that's good.
Yeah.
Jake's luggage. I could put everything I own in that suitcase, and it would hardly cover the bottom.
Alright, let's,
A deck of cards. Helps pass the time. Hey, Danny. Let's talk.
Sure. Actually, I was wondering about something. Where'd you learn how to fight?
Growing up where I did,
Mhm.
you had to fight to survive.
Where was that?
New Britannia. The Chum, specifically.
Lamplight City, huh? I've heard it can get wild.
yeah.
You've heard right.
Is that why you came west?
Yeah. I realized my life wasn't going to amount to much if I stayed.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
When the Otham had us locked up, you said something about having been in a similar predicament. Have to say, I've been curious.
Oh, right. Well, it's not that exciting. Nothing like one of Jake's stories.
Let me be the judge of that.
So, before I met Jake, I used to run with some folks who, well, we got into some trouble. The guy in charge, he thought it might be fun to try sticking up a post office. That didn't go so well. We wound up in jail for a few days. We didn't escape or anything, just did our time and were let go.
I see.
Told you it was a boring story.
Not at all. I appreciate you telling me. So who were these people you ran with before?
They, do we have to talk about this right now?
I want to know.
Well, you see...
Hey now, don't force the kid to talk if you don't want to. Danny, she's out of line. Don't say a word.
Sorry, Holly. I just rather not talk about it.
So have you been to El Presidio before?
Yeah, I was born there.
No kidding. Didn't you say your family lived near El Presidio?
In the area, yeah. They moved out to the city proper a few years back. I left when I was 16. Haven't been back in ages.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
Looks like we have some time on our hands. How about a story?
Sure, why not? It was 1842, and I'd been hired by the sheriff of Bleachbone Gulch to track down some cattle rustlers. It was a long and winding trail, but by following the signs, I finally tracked down the stolen herd and the rustlers' camp. So I went back to town and gathered up a posse. 4 able-bodied men, plus myself. That night,
Yeah,
we
names
went
back then.
under the cover of darkness. We had the elements of surprise, but we were outnumbered 3 to 1. Before I knew it,
Back in the
shooting
Western time
started.
period.
It was a long and bloody gunfight. In the end, yours
Hmm?
truly was the last man left standing.
Bleachbone?
Drove that whole herd
Gulch?
on by my lonesome. They were all back home by dawn, with not a head missing. Lost some good fellers that night. But that was the end of cattle rustling in Bleachbone Gulch.
Hell of a story.
Now there's plenty more where that came from.
Did your travels ever take you to El Presidio?
A few times. Can't say I much care for it, but that city's for you. Too crowded, too impersonal. I'll take the wide open countryside any day.
I appreciate the chat.
Anytime, Harley.
Hey, I see something up ahead, by the side of the road. Looks like an oil derrick.
Wagon's slowing down.
Guess it caught Lola's eye, too. Let's have a look.
Any particular reason we've stopped, Miss Johnson?
I needed to stretch my legs. You might take advantage and do the same. We're off again in about 20 minutes.
Come on, Danny. Let's go have a look at that oil derrick.
Let's see if I can do it right today.
Excuse me, ladies. I have some business to attend to.
Sure you do.
Both of you can do as you like. Just stay within sight.
Actually, I'm curious about this machine. Do you think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, well, I suppose so.
Tools of the trade for an oil worker, I suppose.
Can't go that way, can't go this way. So this save was for... So this one... I gotta remember what to do for this one. Okay, so we got the well we have to do.
Somebody's out here sniffing for a fortune.
Or just digging a very deep hole.
Funny how the best things are often found in the lowest of places. Come have a look, Harley.
Hello down there.
Who said that?
Up here. Afternoon to ya. What brings you folks to Cormac's oil rig?
Just passing through, friend. I was just saying you've a fine setup here.
Thank you, sir. It pleases Cormac to hear that. Sit tight. Just needs to make a slight adjustment. Then Cormac can come down for a chinwag.
A chinwag?
Whoa, damn!
No?
Clumsy Cormac.
Jeez, are you all right?
All right, right as rain. Not upright though, no. Good thing you folks is here. Hates to be a bother, but Cormac is in a pickle. Could you, lend a hand? Cormac would be ever so grateful.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Any suggestions what to do?
That rope doesn't look too thick. Should be able to cut through it. The trick will be keeping our friend from falling headfirst into that pit.
Got anything on you that could cut rope?
Afraid not. One of the others might.
Danny?
Hmm?
Do you have anything sharp that might serve to cut the rope?
No, but I could always shoot it.
You think that will work?
Definitely.
We're not gonna shoot the rope right now. I wanna...
There's lots here, but nothing I can see that will help.
Alright, let's go do this quickly. We gotta give,
This rope could be useful.
the rope to,
Can you do anything with this?
Sure. I could lasso our friend and pull him over to us.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey now, here's some progress. But how you getting Cormac down?
oh,
Danny?
Hmm?
All right then. Shoot him down.
Right now?
yes,
now.
now.
All right.
He's good with the shooting, so I don't trust Jake to do anything.
Hold tight, buddy.
You got him! Let's pull him up, quick.
Oh, I was scared for a minute.
Whew, that were a close one. You've saved Cormac. Many thanks.
All in a day's work, friend.
Are you all right? We have a healer with us if you need doctoring.
Nah, no need to trouble yourself. Cormac's feeling all right.
Before we go, Anything else you're in need of?
Well, you said you was passing through. Whereabouts are you headed?
El Presidio.
In that case, you'd be doing Cormac a great favor if you took this letter to someone at Vespuccia Petrol. Their office is in El Presidio.
Vespuccia Petrol.
If you do it the other way, he doesn't give you the letter.
He's Cormac's employer. Been wanting a progress report on this rig.
Sure, we'll take the letter.
Appreciates it.
How come you're doing this clearly dangerous work on your own?
It's not so bad. Cormac's used to this sort of thing. Cormac used to be a sewer worker in New Britannia, you see. It's all the same, really. Digging around in muck, tending to machinery. But Cormac's got more friends these days. Mud's much nicer to be covered in than sewage.
All right, we'll be going now. Promise you'll take more care.
Aye, Cormac will do his best. Farewell. And
I'll
thanks
put like
again for
some
helping
net
old
down or something. With the knife, giving Jake the knife. That's us. RoseWater's there. You see it in the pink. Gonna talk to my friends here.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley. Something I'd like to ask you. You seem quite well traveled. What's it like in a big city?
I can show it the next time.
Well, everywhere's
when we
different.
play through.
I've never been to El Presidio before.
It's big, but from what I hear, not as crowded as cities back east.
Doubt it's anything you can't handle. Stick with us and you'll be fine.
That is something of a comfort.
When did you return to the Otham?
I went to them in April of last year, but it wasn't a return. They took me in. People were leaving town, and there was less need for me at the clinic. It was Dr. Sedgwick who encouraged me to find my own path. The Otham were kind to accept me as a guest, but truthfully, I'm glad for this opportunity to travel with you and the others.
So how'd you become a healer? Did you go to school?
No. I mean, I attended the missionary school for a few years as a child, but not to learn medicine. I was taught by Dr. Sedgwick, RoseWater's physician. I worked as his apprentice for nearly a decade. He was a wonderful guardian and mentor. I am grateful for all his care.
You said Doc Sedgwick was your guardian? What about your parents?
I never knew my mother. She died soon after I was born. My father worked for Dr. Sedgwick, which is how I came to his household. He took me in when my father died from an infected wound.
I'm so sorry. How old were you?
I don't remember exactly, but I couldn't have been more than 5.
My mother died when I was young too, and our father took off long before that, so it was just me and my brother on our own.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's good you had someone to look after you.
He was younger, so it was me doing the looking after.
I'm sure you did an excellent job of it.
I can only hope so. You said the Otham took you in. They aren't your people?
No. I don't know who my people are. My father never told Dr. Sedgwick, and I have no memories of him talking about it. I think my parents came from somewhere to the east, but I'm not even sure of that.
Have you ever tried tracking down where you came from?
No, I've considered it, but it's complicated. Perhaps someday.
Nothing to say. Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
I appreciate.
Anytime.
We're slowing down again.
Good. I could use a change of environment. Harley, could I have a word outside?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Sun's getting low. Time to set up camp.
Harley and I'll be back shortly. Just gonna take a walk over to that spring. Danny and the others can aid in the preparations.
You better not be skipping out every time there's work to be done, you hear?
Shall we?
Lead on.
Would you look at that spring? I ain't seen water that clear since that time I went swimming with the Prime Minister's rambunctious niece.
So, you wanted to talk to me about something?
I did. I can tell you've got a cogitating mind, always assessing the situation, finding the risks and opportunities. Now that we've got a real posse assembled, I'm keen to hear your thoughts on our little venture. Everything seemed hunky-dory so far, and Your estimation?
What's my opinion matter? You're the one who put this all together.
True, but I brought you in as our protection, to look out for us all. If anything smells off, you're the one I want to hear it from.
It's an odd bunch, all right, but all capable in their own way. If a treasure's out there to be found, I think this gang can do it.
Delighted to hear it. You let me know if that changes, all right?
You got it.
Right, well, we should be heading back. Else Miss Johnson will...
Oh, hey there.
Howdy, friend.
Welcome, welcome. Name's Aubrey Trout, but you're not here about me. I reckon you're here for the spring water.
Something special about it?
Something special about it? This here's an etheric spring. Best kept secret in the Great Western Desert.
Etheric spring?
Sure. Y'all know about ethericity, don't you?
We're familiar.
Well, this water's got the same properties, due to a confluence of etherically sensitive minerals deep in the earth, you see. This here's a hotbed. Taking a drink will cure whatever ails you and grant you the strength of 10 men.
No kidding.
If what you say is true, people would be lined up from here back to RoseWater. So where is everyone?
I told you, it's a secret. Oh, for now, once word gets out, I'll be up to my eyes in folks wanting a sip of the stuff. I can see by your face you're not convinced. Maybe this'll change your mind. Observe.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
Daily sips of this water have conferred upon me a practically superhuman strength. Now, tell me, how old do you think I am?
I imagine a spry young feller like yourself can't be more than 25?
What if I told you I was 52?
Enough beating around the bush. What's your game? You trying to get us to pay you for this water? Or go in on some fool business venture to sell the stuff?
Man, I am wounded.
I bet you are.
I just want to share it with my fellow man. Or is the spirit of generosity dead and buried? Okay, look, I'll take a drink now. Watch me. There, you see? Tastes like springtime and sunlight. Now, if the water was no good, would I have done that?
Reckon not.
So go on, friends. Share in the wealth. Take a sip.
If it does even half of what you say.
Not so fast. Something is off. I'm sure you won't mind if I have a look around, Mr. Trout.
Be my guest.
All these trees look dead. That can't be a good sign. Looks refreshing, but looks can be deceiving. Looks refreshing. Was there a sign here at one point? I wonder what it said. Water of life, huh? I think something's tucked under there. What have we here? Magic Spring didn't do much for this beast's health. Looks like there's something hidden under that bush. What's this? These boards have been badly damaged, but it looks like it says WRNI warning. They're circling low. That's not reassuring. Jake, I don't think you should drink that water.
Why not?
There was a warning sign over there, and someone destroyed it.
Really? That stick's been there since I found the place. Never seen a sign.
Just have a look at all the trees and plants around the spring. They're dead. I'd say that's a clear warning.
Oh, it's a desert. Plenty of straggly-looking vegetation.
There was a cow skull in the reeds. Looked deliberately hidden there.
Is that right?
Yes, I did that. Wasn't nefarious, just clearing the path so no one trips on it.
There's an awful lot of vultures in the area.
I did notice that, yes.
They're off in the distance. This spring's pretty well hidden still. Anything that doesn't find it dies of thirst out there.
Now wait just a minute. What are you trying to pull here, friend?
Nothing. I swear.
Right, and I'm the Prime Minister. Quite the little scam you've got going on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you do. Jake, maybe you can coax our friend here to talk?
I'd listen to the lady, partner, unless you want to be another notch on Gentleman Jake's holster.
Okay. I'll talk. The spring's toxic. I trick people into taking a sip and then rob them.
Gee, Rover Cripes, that's pretty low. Even for a confidence trickster.
It don't kill them. A little sip only knocks you out for a bit.
So how are you still standing after all those drinks you took?
I got a natural immunity. What can I say? Found a way to turn it to my advantage.
And that iron-bending trick?
Like you said, just a trick.
Of course. I should have seen through that. We got ourselves a real piece of work here, Harley.
You're telling me.
What do you reckon we should do with them?
Just let the cretin go.
You sure about that?
What else is there to be done? You feel like playing bounty hunter and dragging him off somewhere?
Not particularly, no. Go then. Don't show your face around here ever again.
Not likely. Good day to you folks then.
You really think he's gonna change his ways?
I certainly hope so.
Come on, let's head back and see how the camp.
Oh, so there's another way if you let him drink it. Now you gotta find where Jake went.
So the little weasels concocted this whole story about how it's an etheric spring and the water has special powers, trying to hoodwink us into drinking it. All I can say is it's a good thing we ain't the rubes he took us for.
I feel sorry for anyone falling prey to his tricks. He was a crafty one.
Even so, you gotta get up pretty early in the morning to pull one over on old Jake.
So what happened when you found him out?
We got a full confession. Turns out, the water's poison. The snake worked up some scheme to get passers-by to drink, and then empty their pockets as soon as they were out of commission. Leastways, I think that's what he said. Couldn't catch half of it through his blubbering and sniffling.
It was a depraved little operation he had going.
So how'd you deal with him?
We made an example of him.
You killed him?
Let's just say he won't be harming anybody else.
Don't worry, Nadine. Jake's just pulling your leg. We let him go, but I think he learned his lesson.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
Sounds like he got off easy.
The chili's almost ready. Harley, can you come help me and Phil serve?
Sure thing.
Oh, wow.
That smells heavenly.
The kid is a good cook, eh? But I believe this chili could use a little of my secret ingredient.
What's that?
Mezcal. I picked up a bottle before we left RoseWater. Gives it a nice smoky flavor. And makes you feel nice afterwards, too. This group needs a bit of loosening up, don't you think?
Okay, just make sure not to overdo it.
Me? Overdo it? Never.
You're pouring the whole thing in? I said not overdo it.
We should be ready to serve. Just one last taste.
Oh gosh.
Mmm, tastier than usual. Smoky. Did one of you add something?
Just my secret ingredient.
Well, whatever it is, it's real nice. Come on, let's fill up these bowls and get everybody fed.
Oh god.
That was some mighty fine chili, Danny boy.
Glad you liked it.
I'd say it was the best damn chili I've ever tasted. You ever decide to give up gunslinging? Maybe you could open up a restaurant.
You really think so?
I'd be a regular.
Gosh, thank you.
It's a nice night.
Perfect for relaxing and enjoying the company of one's comrades. The best part of the day. I have always said that the battle is won or lost around the campfire the night before.
You look like you're enjoying yourself.
And why should I not be? We have fine weather, good food.
Alright.
good
No, it's
company.
alright. You have a good
know
night.
it.
Well, sure. I mean, this is great and all, but
Ah, I see. You are one of those people. In Spanish, we call them aguafiestas.
what's that mean?
Someone who does not know how to have fun.
If you'll excuse me. it's been a
Thank you.
long
I
day.
will.
I need to rest up for tomorrow's
You will?
drive. Night all.
I don't think a conversation with... How are you doing, Nadine?
It's been quite a journey so far. In any case, I look forward to seeing what tomorrow will bring. I hate to leave such merry company, but... I'm suddenly feeling very sleepy. Please excuse me. I'll see you all in the morning.
Sleep tight, Miss Redbird.
Night.
So, Danny, where'd you learn to cook chili anyway?
I just sort of picked it up. Can't really remember where.
Hanging in there, Danny?
Yes, ma'am.
Hell of a day, huh, Jake?
I'll say. It's disheartening to know there's so many men out there hell-bent on bringing others to ruination. But at least we saw through his ruse.
It's as they say. There's a mark born every minute, one to trim 'em and one to knock 'em. Time for me to call it a night.
Night, Harley.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
Buenas noches.
We leave within the hour. Don't leave anything behind.
Morning, ladies. Sleep well?
Somehow, despite Phil snoring up a storm. Sounded like he was right there in the tent with Nadine and me.
Feller works hard, plays hard, and sleeps hard. Nothing wrong with that.
Is Danny still sleeping?
Nah, he was up at the crack this morning and wandered off someplace.
Oh, you don't know where he went?
Now, this ain't unusual for him. Reckon he needs some alone time every so often, so I'll leave him to it.
He just wandered off by himself? Is he all right?
I'm sure he's fine. But just in case anything's amiss, why don't you go look for him while Miss Redbird and I pack up the tents? I'd ask Miss Johnson, but I don't want an earful.
All right, I'll go. Danny? You out here? Where in the ether could he have gone?
Oh no.
No idea what these are, but they're pretty. Daisies, I think. The river's pretty calm here, but gets rougher downstream. Danny, there you are.
Oh. Hi, Harley.
Didn't you hear me calling?
Oh, sorry. No. Sound of the river drowned it out, I guess.
Is everything all right with you?
Sure. I'm fine.
Come on, Danny. You can tell me.
It's just, I miss Peter, my friend. Today is 3 years since he died, so I just wanted to be alone with my thoughts.
I'm real sorry, Danny. Can I help in any way?
I don't know. Maybe. See, the thing is, I never got a chance to mourn properly. It all went down so fast. And he was gone before I knew it. And I was starting over someplace new. I never got to say goodbye.
Well, here's a thought. How about we make a kind of memorial for your friend? Maybe you can say a few words or something? Might help.
It's a great idea.
We'll need something to serve as a marker.
What do you have in mind?
Well, you knew Petey. What do you think he'd have liked?
Maybe a rock would work as a marker?
Let's see what we can find. These flowers are a nice shade of blue. Would this rock make a suitable marker?
No, it's not the right shape.
How about this rock here?
No, it's too big.
Striking little purple flowers. Will this make a good marker?
There's got to be a better one. You did it!
Where do you want it?
How about by that tree? That's good. Just need a couple more things.
Like what?
The stone isn't a marker until it's been marked, so we need some way to do that. And I'd like to put something nice on the memorial. People usually do flowers, right?
Suppose so.
Would you mind if I stayed here? I want to think about what to write.
Sure. I'll be back with the stuff once I've found it.
You want the ash?
This should work to mark the stone. I had my doubts about that contraption, but it's really come through so far.
So we now need to give this to Danny.
Here, you can mark the stone with this.
Yeah, this is great. Thanks, Harley.
How about these flowers?
Hey, yeah. These are perfect. Petey loved blue.
Is that right?
Yeah, he had this ratty old blue shirt he always wore. It was falling apart. Smelled awful. But he insisted it was lucky. Made the rest of us wear something blue for luck.
Hence your vest.
Yeah.
That's everything, right?
I think so. I haven't got any incense paper, so this will have to do. It means a lot. You taking the time to do this. I'm sure you had better ways to spend the morning.
Can't think of any. Would you mind telling me what happened to your friend?
Well, Petey and I left El Presidio along with 5 of our friends. We were looking for new lives out on the frontier. I told my parents we were pooling our money together to buy a farm, which was true. Except, we didn't actually have any money. Petey took charge and we all started off working odd jobs here and there. But he got impatient. He got it into his head that it would be easy money to rob a stagecoach. I didn't much care for the idea. But once Petey put his mind to something, there was no turning back. So the big day came, and, things didn't go so well. Petey didn't make it. I was the only one who did.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I just wish I'd said something more. Push back harder on the whole idea. But, honestly, talking about it helps. So, thanks, I guess. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Sure thing. See you back on the wagon.
We're still fine.
Phil?
Señorita?
Now we've got some time. Care to tell me about how you came to Vespuccia?
I can appreciate your curiosity, although it is painful to relate. But you may as well know. I had assembled Lieutenant General de la Vega and several of my men in Jicotea, a small village on the Loyola River. We were preparing an operation to liberate the nearby town of Caballo Viejo. The Spanish army had it under occupation for some weeks, seeking intelligence on our movements. But before we could act, they struck without warning, but without mercy. They did not confine themselves to fighting armed revolutionary soldiers. Old men, women, children, all were valid targets in their eyes. All held collectively responsible for resisting imperial rule. Victory was out of the question. We were hopelessly outmatched. Many brave souls laid down their lives to allow innocents a chance for escape. As civilians fled the village, I led the retreat north with Lieutenant General de la Vega. We gathered what we could of our forces from other positions along the way. It was clear that the army would relentlessly target any village known to harbor revolutionary cells and administer the same treatment. I left Jicotea a smoking ruin. I could not allow that to happen again. Temporary exile was the only alternative.
Just how temporary has this exile been?
A little more than a month now. I find it not so easy to keep count of the days.
So, this revolution, what exactly is it you're fighting for?
What does any man who is oppressed fight for? Freedom. Simple as that. The imperial government has grown fat on the labor of the masses. They torture and imprison anyone who dares speak out against their abuses. My people and I are straining to throw off the yoke of colonialism.
Will this be your first time visiting El Presidio?
It will. I have heard many tales of this so-called Mouth of the West. I am curious to find out which ones are true.
You're very polite, Phil, but please, call me Harley.
What is wrong with Señorita?
It's not my name.
Ah, but it is a sign.
I'll look at something while we got. Hmm. We did the well. Guess it's always a thing. Dang it, want that. Hmm. We did the spring. Okay, so we got a lot of in between that may or may not happen. Pretty cool. They got like a wagon trail kind of, Oregon Trail kind of situation thing. Alright, we got a few seconds. Continue onward. Hmm. There's different vigilante.
Sign of respect. I would never dream of addressing a new Spanish lady by her given name.
Well, things are different here.
As I am learning. If you wish it, it will be so.
Appreciate it. We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
How about a few hands of poker, boys?
Sounds good to me. What do you think, Danny boy?
I don't have anything to bet with.
We don't need to play for money. Only our honor at stake. What could be more valuable, huh?
Let's do it then. Hell of a game, boys.
Folks, we're making a brief stop. My legs could use a stretch.
Same here.
Now that is some truly impressive architecture.
Do you think so? Truly? That it does, impress?
Is this your work?
I am indeed visionary, architect, and soul laborer. My name is Vilja Circas. What you see before you is a monument to love.
How do you mean?
This is my marriage proposal to my darling Marta. Every stone you see has been placed by my hand.
Oh, this is
with utmost care. Soon it shall be completed, and my castle will have its queen.
Damn, feller. You're making the rest of us menfolk look bad.
I'm going into town to pick up a few things. I'll see y'all back on the wagon.
I'll come with you.
No, might as well. Not that she can't take care of herself.
Not sure what's in them, but they look heavy. Suppose it gets the job done, eventually. I can't even begin to imagine how many stones it took to build that thing. I can't.
You know, I can't help but remember the time I made a grand declaration of love. Wasn't quite this elaborate, but it came close.
And what was the lucky lady's name?
Meredith. She was something real special. Shame it didn't work out between us. Hope things go better for this feller. Just goes to show what one man can accomplish if he puts his mind to it. Damn impressive. Just goes to...
This fellow's been busy. No doubt about that.
I really do admire this gentleman's dedication. It's rare to find someone so committed to anything.
Poor bastard. Hope this is all worth it for him.
As do I. I have a nagging feeling that things will not end well for poor Mr. Circus. I have a...
Madre mia. Never before have I seen such a romantic gesture. This Martha is a lucky woman.
Maybe.
If someone did such a thing for you, what would your response be?
Mostly, I'd be astonished. Nobody's ever done something like this for me, and I don't expect they ever will.
Oh, that is sad.
Just the way of things.
This Martha...
It's the thing there.
Pardon me, Mr. Circus?
Yes, ma'am?
You've an interesting accent. Where do you come from?
I am from Lithuania. I came to Vespuccia to work on railroad and build bridges.
And how has this country treated you, compadre?
Very well. I have had many opportunities. The money I earned allowed me to build my dream.
There's plenty of ways to profess your love. Why a castle?
I am architect and engineer by trade. Building things is what I know. And my beloved Martha always loved castles. I thought this would be fitting. She will be so surprised when she sees it. I cannot wait to see her face.
I want to hear more about this Martha. How did you meet her?
Her father was chairman of rail company where I worked in Brampton. He introduced us.
And you started courting?
For a time, yes. Then my work brought me to Western Vespuccia, but we have corresponded. I send letter every month.
Hang on. When was the last time you saw Martha?
Just before I came here. 7 years.
You're telling me you haven't seen Martha in 7 years, and you've built her this castle hoping she'll marry you? What if she says no?
She will not refuse me. Not when she sees what I can give her. But perhaps you will see for yourself. I sent her telegram to invite her here, and she sent a response. Today she will be here.
Is it your intention to actually live in this place?
Of course.
Wouldn't it help to have some doors?
All in due time. My dear Martha has delicate constitution. Desert heat will be good for her health.
Does she have problems with her breathing?
Yes, I believe so. Often when I would visit, her housemaid would say she was too ill to see anyone.
Now, I've heard that one before.
You said you built this all by yourself? How'd you manage that?
As I said, I am engineer by trade. There are plenty of stones all around. I simply gather and place them.
So have you been building this castle for 7 years, then?
About that long, yes. I began at once when I moved here, so that I could bring Martha here to live with me as soon as possible.
Caramba.
Great work takes time.
I'll just be off for now. Thanks for the talk.
Goodbye.
Just goes to show.
Yeah.
Harley, does it seem to you that something is not quite right about Mr. Circus' story?
I had that thought, yes.
I have a suspicion that the lady over there might have some clarification to offer.
Last point in. Doesn't inspire much confidence, does it? Guess nobody wrote in today.
Can't do anything else here.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Your name wouldn't happen to be Martha, would it?
Why, yes it is. Martha Ward. Do I know you?
No, but I've heard lots about you. Mr. Villia Circus told me all about you. I believe you know him?
Only too well, I'm afraid. I just want this unfortunate business concluded so I can go home to my husband.
Wait, you're married?
Quite happily, 6 years last June.
Santa Maria.
Does Mr. Circus know that?
No. That's why I'm here.
Is your husband aware that you've come here?
Oh, heavens, no. He'd be furious. I left him a note saying I was going to visit my sister. Naturally, he has no idea Circus even exists. But he's very protective.
How did you and Mr. Circus meet?
He worked for my father's company. We were introduced at a Yuletide soiree. He was pleasant enough, but then he began calling on me at home. I didn't wish to encourage him, but he kept pursuing me anyway.
Did you ever actually tell Mr. Circus you weren't interested?
I gave him no favorable sign. Eventually, I stopped receiving him with my father's blessing. He imagined a better match for me than some associate engineer. Thankfully, Mr. Circus was reassigned to Western Vespuccia after a few months.
Mr. Circus told me you've been corresponding all this time.
Is that what he said?
He claims to have sent you a letter every month.
And they've each gone straight into the fire. I would have thought he'd get the message after years with no reply. But he's left me no choice except to come here and spell it out for him.
Is the desert heat making you feel better?
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Circus said it might help your delicate constitution.
Yes, I suppose he would think that. You see, when I didn't wish to receive him, I would instruct my staff to make excuses. Say I wasn't feeling well, or away taking the water somewhere. It wasn't entirely forthright of me, I admit, but Circus was vexatiously persistent.
Enjoy your day, ma'am.
You as well. And if you see Mr. Circus again, please don't tell him I'm staying here. I'll go and speak with him when I'm ready.
Oh boy, back and forth.
Just goes to show.
Yeah, he's not gonna be happy about this news.
Pardon me, Mr. Circus?
Yes, ma'am?
Mr. Circus, there's something you should know about Martha.
What? What is it?
Well, it turns out she's married. Has been for 6 years.
What? How do you know this? Did you meet her?
Yes. She said she would come speak to you when she was ready.
Ah, this explains everything. When I did not hear from her, I blamed this country's ineffectual postal service. But clearly this brute has kept her from writing. Or even hidden my letters from her.
No, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand. I understand very well. She would not have agreed to come if she did not want to escape unhappy marriage.
Ah, right. I'll just be off for now. Thanks for the talk.
Goodbye.
I cannot believe that fool spent all his time chasing a married woman. Has he no shame?
Well, he didn't know she was married, so...
Ma'am?
Yes?
Mr. Circus seems convinced you're going to leave your husband for him.
And I'm sure Mr. Circus also believes pigs can fly.
How will you deal with him? He clearly won't take no for an answer.
I'll find a way. I'll just...
Martha!
Bronson, what are you doing here?
I'd ask you the same. Why did you lie to me?
Oh, Bronson, I didn't want to, but I had no choice. Things are just so complicated.
What in the ether does that mean? And who are these people?
Mr. Ward, I presume? We're just passing through, but we'd like to help your wife.
What are you talking about?
Please, Bronson, I can explain everything.
Damn fine idea. Start by telling me what you're really doing here.
I came to deal with some personal business.
Personal business? What personal business could you have?
There's a reason it's personal. You don't need to know everything about your wife.
Like hell I don't. What business is this of yours, anyway?
Perhaps you should just tell him, Senora.
I have an unwanted suitor. I've come here to tell him to leave me alone once and for all.
You what? Where is he? I'll kill him.
No, you will not.
I will so. Tell me where to find the bastard.
Hey now, get that bee out of your bonnet.
I've had it up to here with your cheek. I don't need your help. I'll find him myself.
Bronson, come back here this instant! I can't believe you. You've no idea what my husband is capable of.
I do not think that went very well.
I don't think so either.
Scoundrel! Ruffian! I'll teach you to lust after another man's wife!
Ah, so you are the swine keeping Martha prisoner.
Why, you foreign bastard!
Whoa, easy, feller.
Bronson, have you gone mad?
You have until the count of 10 to get out of my sight and out of our lives forever. Otherwise, I'll make sure you won't bother us again. 1, 2.
You should listen to the man, Mr. Circus. He seems to mean what he says.
I most certainly do.
You do not frighten me.
Hermano, you should be very frightened right now.
Bronson, put that gun away and stop acting like a fool.
I'm doing this for you, my sweet.
But I asked you not to, Sugar Plum.
You do well to listen to your wife, Mr. Ward.
This is, after all, her business, and not yours.
I'm her husband. Of course it's my business.
Mr. Circus, I think it's very clear that this isn't going your way. Just let her go. She's not worth your life.
Very well. Please, sir, I will not trouble you again.
Do I have your word? You will stay away from my wife and disappear from our lives for good?
You have my word.
Very good. Come, Martha. Let's get out of this cesspit.
A moment, please. I will be right behind you. I'm terribly sorry it all had to turn out this way, Vilius.
Why did you not tell me you no longer desired my affections?
I didn't know how.
Martha, I am here now. Tell me what you feel.
I feel nothing for you. I never did. I don't know why I never said anything. I think I was afraid of your reaction. But I hoped you would take my silence as a clear indication of my disinterest.
I cannot believe what I am hearing. I spent 7 years building this castle for you. All my money, everything I own was spent to fund the construction. And now, this.
You know, the pair of you make me sick.
I beg your pardon?
This poor dimwit wastes years of his life obsessing over a woman too lily-livered to tell him the truth. I'd say you deserve each other.
And here I thought you were on my side.
Harley is right. You each need to face your truths.
Disgraceful.
Perhaps I should have been bolder in speech and made my refusal more plain.
And I should have heard the words in your silence.
Please forgive me. And forget me.
I can promise the one, never the other. Goodbye, Marta.
Rough break, fella. But there's plenty of mares on the plain.
You speak of horses when I have been spurned by a goddess.
Now then, deifying was probably your first mistake.
What's going on here?
Oh, you missed a hell of a show.
You gonna be all right, Mr. Circus?
I will carry on.
What will you do with this castle?
It is the only home I have. I am not sure.
Why not take the opportunity to do some good? You could use this place to shelter the needy. Even make it an orphanage.
A place for the abandoned and bereft? Why not? It is that already.
We done here?
I believe so.
Good.
Where are we going now? Oh, I can't even tell.
I don't think I've read most of these.
Talk to everybody. Let me.
Scooch over a touch, would you, Phil?
Leger, get up here a minute, would you?
What's going on?
I don't much care for the looks of that sky.
No? Looks fine to me.
Give it half an hour and it won't. There's a dust storm coming. We need to seek shelter fast.
We can't just stop and wait it out on the wagon?
Even secured, there's a chance it could blow over. I'm not risking it. There's a house up ahead a ways. We'll stop and see if we can shelter there.
All right. I'll let the others know.
Oh yeah, it's a dust storm.
Lola wasn't kidding about the storm picking up. Is someone living here?
Where are we? I don't even know where we are.
That sky is bad news. That sky.
Alright.
Hello? Anybody home? No answer. And wouldn't you know it, it's locked. There's got to be a way inside.
Was that you making all that racket?
Oh!
What in God's green earth are you doing out here in this squall, young lady?
My companions and I need a place to ride out the storm. We thought this house was abandoned.
Well, it's not. But how many are ye?
There's 6 of us. That's our wagon back there on the road.
Well then, go fetch 'em.
You're sure?
I won't have ye blow away on me porch. And you'll be keeping an old man company. So long as you're not bandits or thieves, are ye?
No, sir. We're fortune seekers. Of an honest sort.
Then we'll be getting along just fine. Now, get your folk in here quick, before we all get whisked to Kingdom Come. Appreciate you letting us ride out the storm in here, sir. Mighty good of you. Ah, of course. As I told your mate, I'm glad for the company. Welcome to me home. I'm Captain Philip Boylan. Pleasure's all ours. I'm Jake Ackerman. And this is Miss Leger, Mr. Luo, Mr. Marquez, Ms. Redbird, and Miss Johnson. Fine-looking crew, sure. And not to worry, there's plenty of space here. I've a spare room upstairs and a settee in the library.
Wait, what? Oh, this is the main scene? Okay.
We're grateful for your hospitality. Anything we can help with?
As a matter of fact, there is. I was about to start supper. Seeing as I'm setting extra places, I could use a couple more hands.
I'd be glad to help.
As would I.
Ah, grand.
Hey, Lick, how you doing?
Could you use another?
Sure. All right, shall we? The rest of ye, make yourselves at home. I'll sound the gong when supper's ready. Excellent work, galley crew. We'll be feasting within the hour.
You're fortunate to be so well provisioned. We recently visited a community that was having trouble with their crops, although Harley found a way to help.
So, Captain,
Aye?
where did all these potatoes come from?
Suppose the dust was kicking up already when ye arrived, so ye didn't see. They're from me own fields, just yonder.
You're a farmer then?
Just an old retired sea dog making do. I just thank God me crops have fared so well.
Captain, I was wondering...
Aye?
Where did you get that gong?
Oh, that were a gift from an old friend
Doing
who
alright.
spent a few years
Also,
living in Shanghai.
I have
That
a
from
straw
whereabouts ye
poll
hail yourself
down in the
just
panels.
below.
You can vote for what my games are the rest of the
Parents
week.
came over from China, though.
Or
I'm not sure
genres, I
where
mean.
exactly. They never talk much about it. But my brother and
Oh,
I
he's
were both
Chinese.
born in
Okay.
Oak
I couldn't
City.
tell what he was. It's hard to tell.
So have you ever been to China?
No. I hope to go someday, though. Maybe I can convince Jake to take his show overseas once this trip's over.
Maybe. Stranger things have happened.
So, got an Indian, a Chinese. Sorry, Native American Chinese. I'm trying to think what all nationality they are.
How come your parents didn't tell you where they came from?
They don't like talking about their old lives. I eventually...
Oh yeah,
gave
they
up
were
asking.
probably
Shame.
foreigners
I never knew where my parents came from
that
either.
ran away
The
from.
important thing is, we're enjoying each other's company right here and now.
Right.
Well, this should be plenty. Thank ye. Why not go rest up? We'll sound the gong when supper's ready.
That was lovely. What an interesting life he's led.
I bet he's got as many stories as Jake. Now, speaking of which, I better go find him.
I'm going to look in the library. See you at dinner.
A painting of a harbor. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
I don't know.
Locked. An impressive weapon.
No idea, actually.
If I had to guess, I'd say this came from someplace in Africa. A seaside landscape. I'm detecting a theme.
Oh yeah.
Captain
Where do I want to go?
No.
Let me. Yeah, I heard you. Okay, that's the knockout pack.
It seems the good captain is an avid reader.
No kidding.
I'm wondering where he went.
Who's that?
Palace, I believe.
These shelves are full of ship's logbooks. Captain Boylan had a long career. These shelves... Nautical adventures, war stories, medieval romances, and frontier tales. We're in the middle of the desert, but it feels like we could be at sea. That's a nice instrument.
Isn't she? Very finely crafted. I wonder how the captain came by her.
A gentum jug.
Say that 5 times fast.
I don't want to.
Such an intricate design.
Must have taken ages to carve.
Some kind of navigational instrument. I haven't a clue how it works.
Harley, what are you doing? We are Captain Boylan's guests, not common bandits.
classical dialogues, poetry, and natural philosophy. Classical dialogue. The label says Barbados rum. Quite a collection, huh?
You know, Dr. Sedgwick was also fond of collecting. Not like this, though. Mostly things like medical diagrams, antique surgical implements, and wax anatomical models. When I was young, I used to go into his office to sneak peeks at the old books that had illustrations of people showing different afflictions. Pustules and lesions, scrofula, all the venereal diseases at once, that sort of thing. They were kind of horrifying, but also strangely fascinating.
Why, Nadine, you absolute scamp. No sense admiring the captain's collection?
I am. Such curious objects.
Save again in case something.
Miss Leger, eager for your supper?
Just looking around.
I'll sound the gong when it's ready.
He's got a big house.
The plaque says the Corunna. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan. The port of Gascon, if I'm not mistaken. Been years since I've seen it. I shouldn't be snooping around. Not without a good reason, anyway. Hey, I've seen this sort of thing before. I believe it's called scrimshaw. It's got an old sailing ship on it. It's been carved with a whale design. It's got a seabird on it. A pelican, I think. Someone carved a lighthouse onto this. It doesn't do much for me. A ship in a dense fog. This is the water closet. Miss Johnson, there you are.
Yep.
Hell of a place this guy's got, huh?
Did you need something from me?
No, just making conversation.
Right. Excuse me, won't you?
Oh. Okay. Can't make conversation, okay?
A musty-smelling mess of laundry. Captain Boylan was quite dashing in his youth.
Why were you looking out here?
I can just make out the wagon through the dust. At least it hasn't blown away. Can't
I guess
see
that's
much
why.
aside from the wagon parked down there.
Is she trying to take stuff or something?
It's empty. I shouldn't be snooping around. Not without a good reason, anyway.
Oh, you guys are drunk off your Easter?
Wasted no time making yourself comfortable, I see.
Life's too short.
Nope.
I can't remember the last time this table was so full. How are ye finding the fare?
Not bad.
Most satisfactory.
The very soul of rustic simplicity. Quite simple and, unadorned.
And no adornment needed. My compliments to the kitchen. But then I'm not exactly impartial.
In any case, it's been a real pleasure having a proper meal at a table.
Been roughing it then?
And how? A campfire don't compare to this.
Where are ye folks headed?
El Presidio.
Ah, I used to sail out of there.
Since you know the city, have you got any advice for a first-time visitor?
If ye ask me, and you did, the heart of the city's the wharf. You'll not see a more eclectic mix of folk anywhere else.
You said you sailed from El Presidio, Captain Boylan?
Aye, for many a year. I used to captain a whaler.
No kidding. You must have some stories.
A fair few. I could tell ye about the largest beast we ever snared. The one what took me leg.
Go on then, tell us.
It was back in 25. We was circling a lagoon off the coast of New Spain. We were on the point of giving up, when suddenly, a great monster breaches off the port bow. She was the biggest I'd ever seen. I shouted the order to launch the whaleboats in pursuit. Me men put all their backs and all their hearts into rowing, and soon we was on her. All around, the water was churning white with foam. The beast surfaced again so close, we nearly capsized. But the harpooner had steady legs, and a steadier aim on him, and he struck true. Then, the battle began. Oh, how she thrashed and reared. Somehow, the rope got wrapped round me leg, and pulled, and tore almost clean through. I thought I was a goner for sure, but it wasn't over yet. At last, the beast tired out. We hauled her in just as it was getting dark. Cutting her up was no easy job. She was 50 foot if she was an inch. Got a good sum for all that oil and blubber. But it wasn't only the whale went under the knife that night. Doc cut me up too, taking care of what little was left of me leg by that point. Saved me life.
Quite a tale.
That poor creature.
I doubt you'd feel that way if you met one yourself, Missy.
How about we just finish our dinner? If anybody has an appetite left after that story.
Aye, fair enough. No, that was a fine meal. And a fine meal should be followed by some fine rum and conversation. Would ye care to join me in the library?
That sounds like a perfect way to pass the evening.
I'm going to retire. Sounds like the storm's died down, so I'm bunking in the wagon.
You sure that's a good idea, Miss Johnson?
I'm sure. See y'all bright and early.
Sure you won't have some rum, Miss Redbird?
I'm sure. Thank you.
And for you, Miss Leger.
Don't mind if I do.
A toast to new friends.
Cheers! Damn, where'd you say this stuff came from?
A gift from an old friend in Barbados. Best rum in the world, in my opinion. Got plenty more in me cellar. You're welcome to it. Now then, Mr. Marquez, I had a question for ye.
I may have an answer.
Am I mistaken, or are ye of the new Spanish persuasion?
I am, yes.
Ha ha ha! Grand! I'd like ye to have this.
He's giving him his guitar.
She belonged to an old friend of mine. New Spanish, like yourself. He used to play the most beautiful music. He left her to me when he died, but I always felt she should return to her proper home, as it were.
I'm honored.
Suppose I ought to have asked if you play.
In fact, I do. A little bit, anyway.
Go on, then. Give us a song.
Very well, but let me tune her first.
Oh yeah, you guys aren't gonna hear it because I have the music turned off.
That should do. Now, let's see if I remember.
goodness, that was beautiful. Where did you learn that?
Thank you, Harley. I had a tutor as a child. My father insisted I learn to play something, so I chose the guitar.
Well, ain't you just full of surprises?
I think this calls for another round.
Here, here.
It's been a grand evening. But this old salt needs his beauty sleep. Stay up late as he like. All I ask is he not disturb me in me quarters. I'm not a light sleeper, but I can be a right bastard when startled.
I promise we'll steer clear and tiptoe quieter than the angels. Good night, Captain.
See y'all in the morning.
Don't know about you folks, but I ain't ready to bed down just yet.
Yes, the night is still young.
Let's say we have a couple more rounds.
And the rum's all gone now.
Captain Boylan said he had more in the cellar.
I'll just go fetch a bottle or two. Oh, bad news. Cellar's locked.
Oh, chingada.
Guess the party's over, then?
Not necessarily. Harley, would you be so kind as to apply your skills to our little problem?
Sure, I can get that door open. Trickier without lockpicks, but I'll improvise.
Atta girl. Let us know when you done it.
Oh, I should have done it with the lockpick way. Darn it. Alright, let's, oh, we're gonna have to do that time, guys. Actually, where did we save last time? Oh, that's where we loaded last time. Did I even pick the lockpicks? Oh. Okay, yeah, this, we're gonna play through next time, guys. We're gonna do that. This one, I'm gonna use my lockpicks next time, if I can. And then do all the other stuff, because I think with the lockpicks it'll be probably easier. Let's go find... and figure out the other ways. There's just so much siding to do here. Hey, Haunted! We're actually just about to raid out, actually. How are you doing? Welcome in, though. But I need to do this anymore here. Trying to see if there's any other side stuff I need to do. Except in, like, the first part. I only seen the first part, really. So, let's see who we can raid out to. The art style, I do art style. I'll have to get Lamplight City at some point. Excuse me. But how are you doing anyway? Let me see. Out to... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Don't forget to check out our poll, guys, at the bottom in the panels, or if you're on Discord, just go to the poll section. That one's probably easier. What do we want movies on over to, or do you guys have a recommendation? We have some Kingdom Hearts. We have Dead Space 2. Somebody's playing the quarry. We got some Walking Dead, Fortnite, Rupo. Somebody's doing some State of Decay. What is that? Evil 4, Dragon Age, more Repo, and DayZ. So where do you guys want to head out to? Tell me what you guys want to watch. Any suggestions, Short? Any suggestions on who you want to head out to? You want to go to Gabatron? It's Kingpin? Okay, she's playing Kingpin. Wait, that's us. That's us. You wanna go raid Gabatron? Is that what we're doing? No, not us, it's us. Guess we'll raid. We'll go up and raid Gabatron then. But he hasn't any. Yeah, I guess we'll end out with Gabatron. I can find him in the freaking list again. All his. But yeah, we're gonna. I just saw him. Puppet game thingy. Go to right in the stupid thing. Alright, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Gotta finish this game up. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. And I'm a little snacky and tired. So let's go say hi to Gavatron and see what he's doing in some Dead Space. Good night. Hi, guys. Good night.